7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live right here to help you on your journey with Coturnix Quail by answering any questions that you might have. And at the very beginning, we do some announcements, so I'll get to those in just a moment. Oops. Okay, so there are a couple things that we do here. Obviously, you can hear me just fine because I could hear me just fine. But there's a couple things that we do here every week, and it is more of a community setting. We all hang out and have a good time. But if you want to let us know where you're from, it's always interesting to see where everybody's at in the quail world. And if you've hatched eggs from us this week, if you want to let us know what the hatch rate is, we will write that down and update our records. And there's something else that we do. I can't remember what it is. I mean, obviously, ask your questions. It's been a crazy day, so I apologize. I'm a little frazzled right now. But yeah, if you want to ask your questions, I will get to them. And this typically takes quite some time. We're usually on here for about 2-3 hours. We'd love for you to be part of the quail community and hang out with us. If you really just want your questions answered, I go live on Mondays, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we don't communicate, we don't share where we're at or hatch rates or anything like that. It's just questions and answers, and I go as quickly as possible. Also, no announcements. I think that is it. And we also hit the like button here, so do that and support the channel. So it's the first Sunday of the month of December, and we do an 18 and under contest. And so with that, we have a new winner. And last month's winner, we just posted a video yesterday about his progress. Jasmine Bass put it together. I thought it was very well done, and I enjoyed it a lot. And so that went pretty well. If you want to know more about the 18 and under contest, yesterday's video in the description has that video, but I'm sure Verna will put that in the comments as far as the 18 and under contest video about everything they win, how to enter, and all that jazz. But we have a winner for December, and that is Yusuf, also known as Freezer here on the YouTube channel. And it wasn't necessarily the email that I chose. It was more of the commitment that he has. He lives in Massachusetts, and him and his mom came to QuailCon here in Ohio last year because he's very, very interested. And I believe he's 13, and he's just really dedicated to it all. He's usually on this live most nights asking questions and getting information. And so I wanted to reward that and encourage that because that is what we all want to do, is to educate, encourage, and enthuse. And he shows the commitment, he shows the enthusiasm, and I wanted to support that. So I contacted all the people that do this with me. I can't think of the word right now. All the sponsors that do this with me, and we all agreed unanimously. It was a great idea. So Yusuf, you won. Congratulations. You can text me tomorrow at 937-760-7282, and we will get you taken care of. So I wanted to share that and the reason why. And also, so obviously you get the brooder from Dale's Quails, you get our eggs, you get an incubator, or you get a candler, you get a pair of scissors, you get a bunch of supplies from Whiskey Tango Farms, you get a Winola Ranch cage, and you get that. So we'll be sending the Nurture Right 360 out with you as well, which is very, very exciting. And so congratulations, Yusuf, and or Freezer, however you want to go by. And so what we've been doing is I've seen a couple donations, and I appreciate that. S.O. Swanson, next month, new donation to the youngsters. Thank you very much. Ed Got Bait, love your work. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We will not be taking any more donations on YouTube for the next couple of months. We actually exceeded our goal, and I actually bought a couple Nurture Rights straight out. So that is what we're going to use for the next couple of months, but we are completely paid up. So don't worry about subscribing. I will take care of that money and get with you this week and get it back to you, or use it for another purpose. We'll get together this week, but we don't need to do any donations for the next 2 months because we were doing donations on our YouTube lives every Sunday to do so that whoever donated was participating in purchasing the incubator, and then we would ship it to them because we don't have a supplier for the incubators right now. And we had so many donations this month that we exceeded our goal this month, next month, and February. So I very quickly, I'm going to say the names. I know that it is, there's a lot, and I will go as quickly as possible. And just because I go quickly doesn't mean that I don't value it, but I do want to say it because I do value everybody here and everybody that has contributed towards this. So real quick, Ed Got Bait, Chad, S.O. Swanson, Marilyn, Ruttenberg, Grafted Branch Homestead, While We're Waiting Homestead, Dale's Quails, Peepaw Phillies, Yusuf Freezer, he actually donated to this. Dusty Acres Quail Farm, Victor C., Jesse Mills, Shelly C., Jasmine Bass, Dale's Quails, Phyllis Wells, Carrie Cowherd, Living a Rogue Life, Ed Got Bait, Dale's Quails, Rhineck Poultry, Yusuf, donated again, Whiskey Tango Farms, Jasmine Bass, Vams Smith, Chad, Berry Hill again, Shelly C. again, La Rochelle Farm, Frank Kimball, Ed Got Bait, and Dale's Quails. Dale's Quail, Ed Got Bait, Whiskey Tango Farms, Frank Kimball, Marilyn Ruttenberry, I think it's Ruttenberg, Sharon Caudill, and Confused. That's actually YouTube name. It's not, I'm confused, but those are all that have donated. Hopefully we didn't miss any names, but I really appreciate all that you have done. If you want to support the channel, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you would like to donate to the channel, we will still take that. We are purchasing a bunch of stuff to try out for you. And so we will use that money for a good cause. Anyone that's donated already, before I mentioned all that, you guys are awesome. I will get with you this week. Verna, if you'll write those names down, and we'll make sure you get your money back, or we'll let you know what we would use it for, whatever the case may be. But long story short, which I already made it very long, it's 8 minutes in, I'm sorry. But Yusuf, congratulations. You have hung in there. You've been participating for months and months and months. You have entered the contest numerous times, and I know that you already have quail. I know you kind of already have a setup, but I really wanted to reward the young generation that is already doing everything that they can, and we wanted him to have a leg up. So I thought that was super cool. Next announcement is Jumbos. That's right, Jumbo Wilds will be back on the website Tuesday, December 7th. So I'm very excited about that because I get about 40 texts a day asking when they'll be back on. So December 7th is when they'll be back on. The Jumbo Mix I took off the website because everybody bought those instead, which is great. We'll get you out, but I did take them off so we didn't get any further behind. Those will be back on the website December 14th. And the Jumbo White Wings will be back on the website January 1st. We are going to be increasing that stock tremendously because we are selling like crazy on those. So Jumbo Wilds, December 7th, Jumbo Mix, December 14th. The videos this week that we're planning on doing is a quail math video. I'm really excited about it. We're going to refresh it, redo it, give you some new information. We'll let you know how much it costs for an egg each day, how much it costs to raise an adult quail, do the math on how many you need to provide for your family, so on and so forth. So I'm very excited about that video coming. The second video we'll be doing this week is hopefully a simple brooder process. What we're going to do is we're going to have 3 different setups of brooders and show you that you can go really cheap and be just fine. You can go really extreme and be just fine, and the differences there are, and everything like that. So I think that should be a very good video, especially for people starting out. So I think that's a great idea for a video. If you have any ideas for videos, put them in the comments. We'll be happy to put them in our queue because I've got I think I've got about 25 right now, but if you guys have one and I like it more, then we'll bump that up. Ed Got Bait, if you will be so kind to write any of those ideas down if you see them all. We do have a new Facebook page, and it is called Quail in the Kitchen. Brooke and Verna are the admins on there. I am as well, but I am not an expert at cooking. So they are for sure taking the lead. But I put it together just the other day. I contacted them both and said, hey, this is your baby, run with it. If you need me, let me know. And I will be as active as I possibly can be on there. But I can make macaroni and cheese if I read the directions. So I'm not good at it. It's just not my thing. But Jenna will be active on it, so I'm very excited about that. And it's a great Facebook group. Again, it's called Quail in the Kitchen. It is to share recipes and things like that. How you make the food, different ingredients and things like that. And so that will be awesome. And they've already posted some really delicious pictures that I can't wait for Jenna to try out, because if I tried it, we'll just leave that up to her. Next is, okay, so and I'm so sorry. There's so many announcements. I've been dreading it all day because I knew it was going to take forever, but I just need everybody to know. There's only 3 more things, and I'll go as fast as I can. So, Amazon store. We have an Amazon store now, and what it is if you click on the link, there's a Myshire recommendations and a customer recommendations. It's on Amazon, and the Myshire is stuff that we personally use that we recommend. The customer recommendations are things that people have recommended, customers that have recommended certain things in the past. For example, Verna, we use the blue paper towels. Verna uses like a kitchen mat for her incubator. So she told me that today. I put that on the link so you guys can see what other people use and are successful with it. Now, it is an affiliate link, which means, get this, I get 1% of the sale. So we really didn't do this to try to make any money. We did this because we thought this would be a really good resource for everybody to see what we use. I get a lot of messages and calls every week about what we recommend for incubators, what we recommend for thermometers or hydrometers, so on and so forth. And so it's all on there, and we'll keep adding on. And if you have any ideas, or if you have something that you're successful with that is not on there, then feel free to comment, or no, don't comment. Feel free to contact me this week. Let me know what it is, where to find it, why it's good, and I will look into it, research it a little bit, and then we will put it on there, hopefully. So this is just another resource. If you don't want to purchase it on the Amazon store that I've got, I really don't mind. It doesn't matter to me. I make literally 1 penny a dollar, so it really was not worth, I wasn't doing it for that. I was really doing it because I thought it would be a good resource for everybody. But you can check that out. Verna, I don't know if you've got that link. If you don't, I will put it in the description once we post the video. But it's amazon.com/shop/Myshire Farm is what it is. I don't know why I remember that. I can't remember anything. And the last announcement is, again, this goes very long. I've been talking for 15 minutes and I haven't even gotten to the comments yet. So I apologize, but we do announcements and all that jazz, plus the 18 and under contest. But Mondays at 8 p.m., we go live, and it's just questions and answers. I don't ramble on. I don't do announcements. It's just question, answer. So if that would better benefit you, you are more than welcome to check that out. We started that last week, and I was thinking it would go for about 30 minutes, and it went for like almost 2 hours, but it literally was nonstop questions. Like, I did not talk like this. We didn't share where we were from and anything like that. I skipped all the non-question comments, and I think a lot of people helped out. In fact, one person from last week contacted me this week. They were having signs of a very poor hatch rate. We talked on the live, and she ended up calling me or texting me. I think she texted me this week. She could have called, I can't remember. And she ended up getting a pretty decent hatch rate. We're going to fix the issues so she gets a little bit better hatch rate. But I think it was a success, so hopefully you can join that if you just want questions answered. Now, ask your questions. I'm getting to them right now. And I'm losing comments. Holy cow. A lot of these are just hellos. Okay, so real quick before I lose any more comments, hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you'd like to donate, that would be awesome, but you do not have to for the 1800 contest this month. And congratulations, Yusuf. Let's get to some questions, shall we? Susan Tippett is in the house. I lost a couple of comments as I rambled on for 15 minutes. There was no questions, but I apologize for anybody I missed that was here. Katrina's in the house from Gilroy, California. Welcome. Joy is in the house from Western Oregon. Welcome. James is in the house from Maryland. Welcome. Joy is here. S.O. Swanson's in the house. Welcome. Shelly C. is in the house from Wooster, Ohio. Welcome. Glad you're here. Moon Outdoors is in the house. Glad you're here. Joy said, found one of the females prolapse when I went to feed today. It does happen. If it happens like a few times in a week, then there's an issue, but sometimes it just happens, unfortunately. I would assume she's probably a little bit older. And yeah, unfortunately it does happen. Whiskey Tango Farms is in the house. Good evening, everyone. And Zach, got a bit of snow today. Made some homemade eggnog with quail eggs. Very cool. Jasmine Bass is in the house. Hello. How's everyone doing? Well, I hope. Turning in from Southwest Missouri and ready to hear all the quail convos tonight. There you go. Jasmine Bass actually did the little slideshow of the winner from yesterday that we announced, or that we posted about, that won for November's 1800 contest, and I thought it was very well done. I would not expect anything like that in the future, because as soon, like if Yusuf sends me a bunch of pics that I can put together, it's not going to be that pretty. But I will do my best, Yusuf. And if you're comfortable, Yusuf, we would love to see the journey, opening up the stuff, the chicks hatching out, whatever. Send it to me, and we will post an update on how you are doing with the product or with the win. Yusuf is in the house. I'm glad. Welcome and congratulations. S. McKee is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Victoria Henderson's in the house from Western Maryland. I think that's Maryland. Welcome. Glad you're here. Hopefully I got the state right. S.O. Swanson says, I got my 2 likes in. How about y'all? Well, thank you very much. Hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time and you guys are appreciating it. Battleborn Urban Farms in the house. Welcome. S. McKee says, why did I get mostly females in my last hatch? It's the luck of the draw. It'll always come out to be a 50-50 average at the end of the year. But there's sometimes where you'll get 90% female, and there's sometimes where you'll get literally like 95% male. But at the end of the day, it usually balances out to be a 50-50. Most likely, unfortunately, your next hatch will mostly be males. Sorry. It's usually how it works. Jasmine Bass says, got mine in too. There you go. The like. Thank you very much. Not talking to me. Callie Quail Keepers is in the house. Howdy, quail keeping friends. Welcome. Glad you're here. While we're waiting, Homestead's in the house. Good evening, everyone. Been a busy week on the homestead, harvesting and processing a nice size dough this week. We are truly blessed. Hope everyone had a great week. Awesome. Sounds like you were busy. And yeah, it's been a very productive week. I had some issues today. It wouldn't necessarily be a very good day today, but I had a good week, so can't complain. Witch Doctor's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. I believe you're in Vegas. Jesse Nolan is in the house. Welcome. Joan is in the house from Southern Arizona. Welcome. Yusuf also already has a business. He was the winner of the 1800 contest, and it's I Caternix Homestead in Lexington, Massachusetts. So hopefully this contest win will propel you to be even more successful than you already are. Callie Quail Keeper says, Quail in the Kitchen, 250 members, less than a day. Please join the group, y'all. There you go. Absolutely. It's a really cool group. I mean, it's really awesome. You got to check it out. It's amazing recipes that are on there already. You all can collaborate together. I think it's going to be a great idea. And the pictures alone just make you want to raise some quail, you know? I mean, it's awesome. Trudy Maddox is in the house. Richard and Trudy from Clinton, Arkansas is in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. Kathy Johnson's in the house. Welcome. Carrie Coward says, hello, everyone. Hope y'all... Oh, I'm not even at 7 o'clock yet. Carrie Coward says, hello, everyone. Hope all of you up north are ready for this storm I've been hearing about. It sounds awful, and everyone down south stay alert and safe, too. Absolutely. So far, it's been okay here in Ohio, but we watched the news last night, and, like, Hawaii got, like, a foot of snow. Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's not normal. Nikki James is in the house. Good evening, Quail family. Welcome. Glad you're here. And again, I'm a little caught up now. So again, this YouTube live is really a community. We all hang out. We get to know each other. Everybody kind of talks or comments in between. I'll skip those if you're talking to each other. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will be happy to help. But I love the community support. I love that everybody looks at it as a Quail family community. And that is the goal. So I really appreciate that. And I could not do it alone. I could not do it without, I'm going to say, the extended family of Myshire Farm. So Verna is obviously part of Myshire Farm. She's absolutely amazing. She's an amazing moderator on YouTube. She's an admin on the new Quail in the Kitchen Facebook group. I actually named it something else, and they didn't like it, so they changed it. I think I put quail recipe and then ... what's for dinner. I thought it was cute, and they were like, hey, so the name. And I'm like, I don't care, that's fine. So, but it's much better the way they did it. Quail in the Kitchen's much, much better. So, yeah, Verna is a tremendous help. Ed Got Bait is another moderator we have here on our YouTube channel, and he does a lot on here. He does a ton behind the scenes, helping me get educated on all this stuff, the Amazon shop, the merch store that's coming, you know, better YouTube videos, stuff like that. And so he is a huge help. And then obviously Facebook, we have a ton. I don't want to leave anybody out, and I don't have my list in front of me, but there is a lot of people that are helping it out. If you all are on here, or most of you, I would really like to have maybe a conference call later this week, maybe on Thursday, with all the admins and moderators on YouTube and Facebook. I kind of want to let you know where my direction is going for 2022, and I think that maybe that'll help with all the Facebook groups if we're all on the same page. So I will maybe set up a group chat with all the admins and moderators and see if we can schedule something this week. I think that's all. Okay, Susan's in the house. I don't get to see a lot of stuff anymore. I have all but quit Facebook. Glad to still have this. There you go. I'm glad you're here. Flew the Coop Farm says hi from warm Urick, Missouri. Welcome. By the way, I mentioned it, but I did not mention it this week. So Yusuf, so you get a Dale's Quails brooder, you get a Winola Ranch cage, you get Whiskey Tango Farms, heat lamp, egg tray, sticker, feeder, and water. You get scissors from Ed Got Bait, you get a candler and eggs from us, Myshire Farm, and now you are getting 2 50-pound bags of feed shipped to you. That is our... Flew the Coop Farms took our YouTube video about our customized feed, took that to his local feed mill, and they're making it. And they have agreed to ship 2 50-pound bags to each winner for the next year. So that is super cool. So you'll get that as well. So, I mean, the night just keeps getting better for Yusuf. And for all of those that did not win, I had some absolute amazing emails this month. And you are in the running. Don't worry about it. You will win. So hang in there. Yusuf has been waiting about a year for this, but I just love the commitment, and I really wanted to reward that. So take that away from it, is hang in there, keep doing it, and keep learning, and it'll all pay off. So, but we had some amazing, amazing emails this month. And if you will all do, if you want to be a part of this, the best thing that you can do is share that video. We have an 18 and under contest video about everything they win, how to enter and all that. Verna, if you'll put that in the comments, if you'll share that video, get the word out, that video is more important than almost any video that I do, because that is something that we are giving to. I like the other videos I do as well, so I mean, like those and watch those too. But that one I'd love for you to share and get the word out. And thank you to all the sponsors. I mentioned you twice already. You guys are absolutely amazing. Dale's Quails almost paid for an incubator by himself just by the donations. Plus he does the brooder. Plus he ships it for free. He's just all in on this, and that is fantastic. Whiskey or Winola Ranch, and I have been doing this for about 2 years. And Dale's Quails, Whiskey Tango Farms, Ed Got Bait, they all got involved a couple of months ago, and they're just all in on this, and I absolutely love it. So thank you very much. What the Quail Farm's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Katrina is not talking to me. James says, any bets on which incubator is given tonight? My money's on a Hovabator. It is not. You would have lost, sir. It is Nurture Right 360. I do like the Hovabator. But the Nurture Right 360 had a Black Friday sale. And so I bought 3 of them. Because that's the donations that we will get. I actually don't get the donations for 3 months, so you kind of just reimburse me. But I thought that was a great deal, and they're good incubators. I think I do like the Hovabator, but I don't know for sure. So I did buy a Nurture Right 360 for me to do the video on and give you an honest review, and I bought a Hovabator as well. It was also a Black Friday sale, just not as good. Row S from Canada's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Ann's in the house from Northeast Ohio. Welcome. Neighbor. Michelle Jackson's in the house from Payson, Arizona. Welcome. Glad you're here. What the Quail Farm from Georgia is in the house. Veronica from New York. Quaility Farm is her name. That is super cute. Jesse Nolan's in the house from Northwest Oregon. Welcome. Jesse Mills from Iowa is in the house. A lot of people from all over the U.S., outside of the U.S. It is really, really cool. So I'm glad you're all here. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, hitting the like button. Thank you very much for the donations that came through. And thank you very much. Honestly, we're really killing it on YouTube right now, and I'm trying to put out quality videos for you. I'm trying to give you really good information in a good way. So we're going to keep getting better at our YouTube videos, but you guys are awesome. We are less than, I think, 300 away. I believe, yeah, we're less than 300. We're actually less than 250 away from hitting 20,000 subscribers. And get this, less than 3 months ago, we were at 12,000. So we've gained almost 8,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. So you guys are absolutely awesome. And I appreciate you all. Jenna left home. Why? Oh yeah, I know where she's going. What the Quail Farm? Nope. Well, you're here. Welcome. I already said that one. Zach Jenkins is in the house from Morgan County, Ohio. Welcome. Showing love. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ridge Life is in the house. I was going to watch, then I saw all the red stuff. I don't know what that means. PJ's Family Farm says hello from New York. Welcome. Glad you're here. Jesse Meek says, hi, Quail Peeps. Welcome. S.O. Swanson donated $20. I'll get with you later on this week, or I'm going to forget. No, Verna's going to remind me, so I won't forget. Shelly is in the house from South Carolina. Welcome. Carrie's in the house. That was an awesome video. I really liked it. I thought Jasmine did a fantastic job. Veronica is in the house. Can you double up egg trays in a cabinet incubator? Can you double stack? Yeah. RGQF, you can fit 2 trays, side by side, and so we double stack. You just can't put jumbos on the bottom. You've got to put standards at the bottom and jumbos on top, because the jumbos are too big. I guess that's a good problem to have. But yeah, you can double stack. Dale's Quails is in the house. Good evening, everyone. Winter is coming here in Wisconsin. Good thing we got our new Quail edition finished. There you go. Absolutely. The Bot Bunch is in the house. Butchered my first batch of quail this week and was very surprised how easy it was. Got my kids involved and had a great biology lesson with them. Super thankful for all these amazing little birds. That is absolutely awesome. Congratulations. That is a huge accomplishment, and I'm glad that you got the kids involved. Whenever we butcher, I look at it as more of a, get it done kind of thing, and my wife is all trying to, oh, so what's this and what's this, and I'm like, no one cares, just keep going. She's like, hey, we got all day, and I'm like, all right, right, we got all day. But I'm just used to just always having, I gotta go. But she is a good balance for me because she does that stuff, and I would not if it wasn't for her. I'm starting to do better. Winter Taylor's in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. I would assume this is when Yusuf saw that he won, so congratulations. Teresa Samples in the house from Western Kentucky. Put eggs from Myshire on lockdown today. Awesome, good luck, and let us know how it goes, but best of luck to you. Catherine Dresso is in Texas. Welcome, glad you're here. A lot of people were saying congratulations. Absolutely. Ed Got Bait donated $10. Love your work. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll get with you this week. Jesse Mills is in the house. I already let Zach know. Loretta got 72 babies out of the eggs. It would have been better, but I messed up. I had the mister on the side of the hatching time incubator filled and forgot to fill it. Well, that is still not a bad hatch. You did great, and I'm sure she is thrilled. And you got more eggs coming, so just keep it rolling. Dr. Connie's in the house from Florida. Welcome, glad you're here. Witch Doctor says, I love this 18 and under contest. I do too. I think, I think it's very important. I can tell you how it came to be. Jen and I were actually sitting outside on the porch, and I said, I just feel like we just need to get more kids involved. And she said, yeah, I mean, we really should just, donate to schools and libraries. And I said, yeah, I mean, we should do that. But I want to get more people involved helping the next generation. And then she goes, okay, we'll do a monthly giveaway. And I said, what? And then she explained it to me, and I said, oh, that's a fantastic idea, Jenna. Wish I would have thought of that. Like, I was this close. And she just did it. And I was like, oh, probably wouldn't have got there on my own. So I called Wynola Ranch, and I said, this is something I'm going to start doing. I'm going to do the eggs. And would you like to give a cage? And they said, absolutely. Like, they didn't talk about, well, let's look at the numbers, or let's see if we can afford it. Or, I mean, it was instant on the phone. Wynola Ranch just said, yep, let's do it. And I thought that was super, super cool. They've been with me the entire time, the past 2 years doing this. And it is an expensive cage, and it is expensive to ship. And they've never complained. They've never stopped. They've never halted. They are amazing. And then a couple of months ago, Dale's Quails was like, I want to get involved. Whiskey Tango Farm says we need to be involved. Ed Got Bait didn't even ask. He just said, here you go. So there's a lot of great people, and all of the donations. We purchased we did October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. We did 5 months of incubators for the 1800 contest within 2 months. That's how generous everybody has been. So you guys are awesome. Veronica said video is awesome for our winner. Yep, I absolutely agree. A lot of people are congratulating Yusuf. He has been here on the lives for quite some time now. A lot of people know him. He's starting to be a little active on Facebook that I see. And like I said, he and his mom flew here from Massachusetts to come to our QuailCon convention. And he was... we had a bunch of kids playing in the bouncy house and things like that. And he was listening to the talks. He was doing the tours. He was asking questions. And it really warmed my heart. So I wanted the end of the year, because I was going to do it then. I wanted the end of the year to be Yusuf, to show that hard work and diligence pays off. So you did a great job hanging in there. David Smith is in the house from Missouri. Welcome. Doris is in the house. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, glad you're here. Mike MCH Heartland is in the house from Yoder, California, or Colorado. I don't know why I said California. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I think you're the first Coloradoan. I don't know what you're called. You're the first person from Colorado tonight. Jasmine says, I just love seeing these young people learn, grow, and become an important part of this community. Absolutely. I think it is vital the way things are, the way people treat each other, the prices that things are. I think it's very important that the next generation knows that this is at least an option. If they don't want to take this option, then that's okay. That's on them. But we need to get the word out there that there is ways that you can become self-sufficient, and it's cool, and it's not, it's important. Yes, I'll leave it at that. Dale's Quails donated $20 to the self-sufficiency is the greatest wealth. Absolutely, I agree with that. Dale, I'll get with you this week and get you that back, because you guys were just too fast for me, but that is awesome. Witch Doctor says, what an amazing community this is. I agree, Witch Doctor. Ed Got Bait says, nope, use the money for something else. Then I will use the money for that thing you want me to buy. And I will use it towards that. That's my next purchase. I just bought a lot of incubators right now, so I gotta balance that out. Everyday OM Mommy says hello from overcast and chilly Sacramento, California. I have some of your pandas in my incubator due to hatch in about 10 days. Cannot wait. I'm at 88 birds and growing. That is awesome. Congratulations. I do believe you started earlier in the year, so you are trucking it. Awesome. Congratulations. And best of luck to you. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask, and we'll be happy to help. S.O. Swanson says, keep my donation, use it as you see fit. I will put that towards what Ed tells me to do. He is kind of the behind-the-scenes producer, director of my up-and-coming and most recent YouTube videos. He said in the nicest way, hey, you've got good information, but your YouTube videos suck. I mean, he didn't say that, but that's kind of what he was saying. He was very polite about it. And then he was sending me resources on how to do better. And so we're trying. And the last video I was very proud of myself on. I edited it. The last video I didn't. Jasmine Bass did it, and I just put something in the front of it. But the video before that, I edited it. And, we did some in the quail barn. I showed you the tour, and then we came in here. And I was very proud. So we're going to keep improving. So just hang in there with me. But he's a big part of that. Silverback Stacker says, one of my one-day-olds can't extend his toes on one foot. He walks funny and keeps flipping over, then gets attacked. Should I give him time or call him? I would assume he's going to be way underdeveloped. What do you say? He keeps flipping over. Some people aren't going to like it. I would call him. I don't think he's going to have a very happy life. He's definitely not going to be productive for you. He's not going to get to a weight where you can butcher. I would put him out of his misery and not do it. I mean, he's not. It sounds kind of neurological. Like it sounds like he hit his head or was dropped or, was picked on, something like that. But then the toes kind of, I don't know, but I would call it. I don't. There's a lot of issues with that one chick, and I don't think he's going to have a great life, and he'll start getting picked on, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but that's how it works. Callie Quail Keeper says, Dale is rad. Thanks for contributing. Absolutely. Yeah, he really is. He is rad. Victoria Henderson says, why do you prefer bulbs over heat plates? Well, we do a lot in a brooder, and so we would need a lot of heat plates in each one. It just wouldn't work for us. If you've got a smaller brooder, then heat plates would be fine. Like Living Traditions Homestead did the video about them putting them into the brooder, the ones they hatched out from us. They put them in the Dale's Quails brooder. Now that brooder is much smaller than the ones we use, and he used 2 heat plates, and that works fine. But ours, we would need 1, 2, 3, 4. We would probably need 8 in each one, where we can just use one light bulb, one heat lamp. So it just works best for us. I'm not saying that the heat plates don't work. I'm just saying it wouldn't work for us. Plus, you would have to keep more of an eye on them, raise it all the time and things like that. And it just wouldn't work for us. But a lot of people use them. Misty is in the house from Georgia. Welcome, glad you're here. Winter Taylor says, what size light bulb do you run on your quails during winter? I don't know what you mean. I'm assuming the heat lamp. So for spring, summer, fall, we use the 128 watt. For winter, okay, we use the 125 watt all year long now. But that's because we have the new brooder room that's heat controlled. So we just use the 125 watt all year. But in the old barn, it wasn't insulated, it wasn't heated. So for spring, summer, fall, we use the 125 watt. For winter, we use the 250 watt. Hopefully that answers your question. Battleborn, good question. And keep your questions coming. I'd love to help you out on your quail journey. Battleborn Urban Farm is in the house. We love the quail community. Me too. Misty says maybe a Christmas giveaway. Yeah, but if we do a Christmas giveaway, we'll do that. I don't want people to pay for that. We'll do it. Teresa says, when you put eggs on lockdown, do you have to candle them? Nope, you do not. I would recommend that if you have not a great hatch, if you're getting started and you're trying to learn, I would recommend candling after the hatch is over and seeing the ones that didn't hatch if they were fertile or infertile. Obviously, if you have a bad hatch, you definitely need a candle to find out what the problem was. But you don't have to. We only do it because we want to keep up-to-date records on what our fertility is because we're shipping so many out. And so we're keeping track of it for that and making sure everybody's getting quality eggs. And but no, I mean, we wouldn't do that if we weren't shipping out. We wouldn't candle. We probably would never candle unless we had a bad hatch. That's a great question. So no, you don't have to at all. Not talking to me. Marilyn is in the house. Hi from North Carolina. Got my first 3 eggs today from the birds just under 6 weeks old. Awesome. Congratulations. That is a huge accomplishment as well. A lot of people getting their first this week, butchering and getting their first eggs and all kinds of stuff. That's super cool. Congratulations. S. McKee says, can you use the extra money to bless a second young person for Christmas? We will be doing stuff. I am not very comfortable asking all of our sponsors to do that. As, all of the sponsors are family owned and operated. They're just small little businesses. And so they do this, and that's generous, but I don't want to overextend them. We will be doing something for Christmas, but I don't want to overextend. But that is a great idea. But we will be doing some stuff for Christmas. Young and more seasoned people. So stay tuned. I don't like using the word old. My kids call me old. My son came into my room the other day and he's like, Dad, get a new hat. And I said, I love this hat. What's wrong with this hat? And he's like, it's supposed to be flat. I said, what are you talking about? He's like, no, the bill, it's supposed to be flat. And I said, no, it's not. And they're like, no one wears it like that anymore. And I said, yeah, but it'll come back around. And then you can be like, yeah, my dad did it first. I said, it's just a trend. It'll go back to my little thing. I said, this is how I was raised. And then it went to the flat, and then went back to this, and now it's flat again. It's just a phase. It'll be fine. He did not agree. So I don't like using the word old. Spooky DeVille is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. What are those? I can't see that. Need my glasses for that. Oh, dear God. What did I do? I went all the way to the bottom. I am so sorry. Give me just a second. I will find... Oh, that was pretty quick. Yusuf says, thank you so much, Zach, and all the sponsors. Not a problem. You are very deserving of it. I'm glad you won. Dale's Quail says, we donate to greater cause. Use as you see fit. The work you do for the community is fantastic. Well, thank you very much. That might give us enough to buy that thing you want me to buy, Ed. We'll have to take a look. I don't remember how much the donations were. So that's awesome. There's a couple other things that I want to purchase to do reviews on and show you so that you're not wasting your money on the wrong product. So I'm very excited about that. So I will put that to good use. Thank you very much. Fran Crow says, needing to purchase some egg scissors. Are there better ones to purchase because the eggs are larger? Nope, all the egg scissors will do just fine. You're going to cut the pointy side off anyway, so it's not a big deal. If you're purchasing eggs from us or supplies, then you could buy the eggs on our website. It's free shipping with any purchase. But if you're not and you just need the scissors, it would probably be cheaper to buy them on Amazon, I would assume. I don't know. Oh, there we are. Jeff Martin is in the house. That was my question. I don't know what that means. But hopefully you got answered. Pastime 84 is in the house. Glad I made it in. Well, we are too. Welcome. Glad you're here. S. McKee says, I need larger egg scissors too. Again, you're just going to cut off the bottom. It'll work just fine. I promise. We use them all the time. There's a standard. I don't even know if there is a larger quail egg scissor. Guess I can look into it. I don't think there is though. I think they're all standard. But just make sure you're doing the pointy side when you cut it off. Richard Brown's in the house from East Tennessee. Welcome. Glad you're here. My jumbo girls started laying this week. Awesome. Congratulations. My Myshire jumbo girls started laying this week at 6 weeks old. I like hearing that. Congratulations. Callie Quail Keeper says, letting everyone know I have a new video on bloodless call method and processing on quail in the kitchen. Slow phone. Well, there you go. There's a lot of videos on there. Awesome. Marilyn Ruttenberg says, now that I have hens laying eggs, should I put them with the males or wait? They are about 6 weeks. I would, no, I'd put them together. That's what I do. Yeah, they should be fine. The hens are going to be large enough because they're laying eggs. The males are going to be active, and you're ready to go. Keep it up. Teresa Sample says, first time incubating eggs. Looking forward to them hatching. That is awesome. Congratulations, and best of luck. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. What the Quail Farm says, quail in the kitchen. I already have quail in the spare bedroom. There you go. Well, so do others. You're not alone. Jasmine Bass says, I use the quail egg scissors on the large end of all sizes of quail eggs, standard and jumbos. Works perfectly every single time. There you go. Yusuf says, thanks again so much. This is going to help so much now. I can have even more quail. There you go. A. Jones is in the house. Hi, Zach. Checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Welcome. Glad you're here. Venus W says hello from Florida. Welcome. Glad you're here. Susan says, y'all need to make a cookbook. I think there's some people working on that, so stay tuned. I think this Facebook group is going to help with that. Andrea Perry says hi from OKC. My 6-year-old is crazy about quail lately and taking care of them. He wants Schofield Silvers so bad. LOL. Soon. There you go. Whenever you're ready, we'll be ready for you. And I'm very excited to hear that that your 6-year-old is getting interested and involved. That is wonderful. Chad Berryhill's in the house. Need quail in the Instapot recipes too. Absolutely. Jesse Nolan says, I would love a quail cookbook from people who actually raise them. There you go. Callie Quail Keepers is not talking to me. Venus W says, I would love a cookbook too. There you go. David Smith says, new to quail. When I ordered mix, how will I know which ones I got? Are they marked in some way? If you ordered a mix, they are not. They'll hatch out separately. We've got mixed cages that we use for those, except for the jumbos. We don't have the jumbo mixed cages because we'll lose weight on those. So those are all separated. We just go row to row on that. But no, they'll hatch out separately, and they all get along just fine, so you can keep them together. Hopefully that answers your question. If it didn't, make sure you let me know, and we'll try to help answer that for you. If you would be so kind to hit the like button, support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps our channel grow. And obviously, if you have any questions about Coturnix quail, ask away, and I would love to be able to help you on your journey. Kathy Johnson says, can I keep quail in a dark out building without having a light on? Should I leave a light on all day? Good question. So you don't need to have a light on. However, they will not lay during the winter, and they won't be as productive throughout the year. The average quail hen lays about 300 eggs a year on average. If you didn't have light, they'll probably lay around half of that. They need the light to produce. But you could, it's not a big deal. Leaving a light on all day kind of does the opposite. It overextends them, I think. Some people do it, don't have issues with it, but in my opinion, they are too productive, and so they'll have a short lifespan and not lay as many down the road. So the sweet spot is about 14 to 16 hours of light a day. And that will give you maximum production. They'll be good, and they will live for an extended period of time and lay very well for you. Jasmine Bass says, I'm really excited that I have my first quail egg and breeder sets being sold this week. Awesome. Congratulations. All of the things this community has taught me on and shared is truly taken to heart here. Appreciate you all. Well, that is wonderful news. Congratulations. Again, that is a huge milestone. So congratulations. That's awesome. Not talking to me. James is in the house, says, Zach, where is the Amazon store link? I'd love to click on the link. I have no idea where it is. It is in the last 2 videos descriptions. I finalized it this week. So the last 2 videos, it's in that description. Oh, well, Verna already put it on there. She's so fast. Yeah, so she put the link under your comment. Fairly quickly, too. 1 minute later. Dear Lord. No way I could have done that. Me typing is like molasses. No way. Well, thank you very much. What the Quail Farm says, we have a really good pickled quail egg recipe. Should we send that? Absolutely. If you're on Facebook, join the group, share it to everybody. Or you can contact Cali Quail Keepers, which is Brooke Muse or Verna Young. They're both admins on there. And if you're not on Facebook, you could still help a lot of people out by sharing it. So you can contact them this week. And Verna already said it. Gosh darn it. Verna, good job. You can contact them and they can put it on there for you. Dora says, maybe you could share some of this info from Quail in the Kitchen here, as I don't use Facebook. That's a very good idea. What I'm hoping to do is actually take a bunch of those Facebook posts and put them in a slideshow for you for YouTube. And then you can kind of pause it and look at it. And I'm also going to be putting them, we're going to test them out first. But the ones that we test and we like, we're going to put those on our website as well, so you can print it out in case you're not on Facebook. But Facebook would be the best idea, because then you can share with each other and communicate like that. Cali Quail Keeper says, please post recipes of eggs and meat of any cooking level. Share how versatile these birds are. There you go. Absolutely. Kaylee's Quail Farm says, question, have you had any problem with the Govee hydrometer being 4 degrees off? No, I have not. We've been testing it for about 3 weeks now. We've moved it to 2 different lockdowns, 2 different incubators, spare bedroom. We moved it where? Oh, we moved it to the freezer and the refrigerator. I mean, I've tested this thing out everywhere, and it is spot on. So no, I haven't had any issues with it so far. And I've had about 10, maybe 12 people contact me, either in the YouTube comments or they've texted me or emailed me and said that they've used it, and that is the best one that they've used as well. So that made me feel good. I got 6 of them, and that was by far, hands down, the best one that I've had. But if you have a different idea or one that works for you, I'd love to put it on there on the customer reviews, and then they have more options. I'm completely fine with that. Options are good. Bill Bailey says, is all Coturnix, I'm assuming dark meat? Yes, it is. Paul says, hello from Ontario, Canada. Welcome Glad you're here. We had like 7 or 8 Canadians last week, and row S is on here, so you're the second tonight. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. I know it's getting late. Jeff Martin from Nebraska is in the house, and Cindy Ferguson from East Texas is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're all here. Storm Rider's Wheels. Can we re-enter? And if we do, can we resend the same email or make it better? How do we go about that? No, actually, I have a separate folder. You're all saved in there. Storm Rider's Wheels, yours is actually marked red as one of the finalists for next month. You would have been one of 3 that I would have chosen this month. Loved your email, thought it was great. But Yusuf went out for the reasons I mentioned. But your email was great. If you do want to re-enter, you don't have to. But if you want to resubmit with a different letter, you're more than welcome to. But you are already saved, and I know exactly where your email is because you are marked. So what I do is I'm reading them when they come in, and either flagging them 3 different colors, and then I'm moving them to the folder, and then when we pick the next winner, I'll read those and pick from the flagged ones. But yours is flagged. Great question, and good luck. Stay positive, stay in it. Farmer Brad says, my quail hatched October 31st. Excited to receive my first quail eggs. My quail hatched October 31st. Excited to receive my first quail eggs. Absolutely. Congratulations on starting this journey. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And good luck. Witch Doctor says, someone post an eggnog recipe in the new group, Quail in the Kitchen. I think I saw it. Or maybe I was... Oh, no, I looked it up. I guess I could post what I saw. Misty says, please share your eggnog recipe on the new Facebook group. I'd love to try it. Well, there you go. Oh, somebody already must have one. A lot of people want it. D. Melton says, hi from North Texas. A lot of Texans here tonight. I know that's what you're called. Looking into getting quail, just wanting to make sure I learn as much as possible beforehand. Well, good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. That is what this is for. And holy cow, do we have 803 people in here? Hi. That has to be wrong. That can't be right. There's something wrong with that. That's not right. Hi, all. Dear Lord. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we'd be more than happy to help you out on your journey. And we've got a lot of videos on there. And this, again, if you're just wanting questions and not wanting to hang out, Monday at 8 p.m., 1,097. There's something wrong. 1129. Hi, I'm so happy you're all here. I'm just not used to it. I don't remember what I was saying. You all freaked me out. I don't even know. That's just a lot of people. Yeah, so ask your questions. I don't even remember what I was saying. Mecor Acres Rick is in the house. Good evening, y'all. Welcome. Kathy Johnson says, what's your favorite incubator? 50 to 100 quail. Well, if you go to the Amazon store, in the customer reviews, there are multiple options. You can check it out. You can see the customer reviews on them on the Amazon store. I would recommend that. The 2 I would look at the most that is inexpensive would be the Nurture Right 360 and the Hovabator. I personally really like the Hovabator, but I will be doing videos on each one of them and honestly giving you reviews. I'm losing comments. I'm super behind. Here we go. I'm going to get caught up. Josh Allison's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. PJ's Family Farm says, do you think female weigh more than males because... Oh, crap. I don't know what you said. I keep losing comments. I'm sorry. Re-asked PJ. I'm sorry about that. Chad is in the house from Oklahoma. Welcome. Josh Allison from Winchester, Ohio. Welcome. Glad you're here. Dan Dresso is in the house. Welcome. Eli is in the house. Hello from Des Moines, Iowa. Welcome. Glad you're here. Hawaii always has snow at the tops of the mountains. Nothing new. Oh, I felt like it was new. Okay. Dan says, does the thermostat work for a brooder? Our thermometers change a lot during the day. Very good question. So you can put one in there. The best thing that I like to do with those is do one of those heat guns. and test it 2 or 3 times a day when you're feeding and watering. That's what we like to do. One of those is on the Amazon store as well, but we like to do that in the brooder. It seems to be more accurate. The upper elevations get snow almost every year. I think it's 11,000 feet. Oh. Okay, well, I just am not educated. I apologize, everyone. Pastime 84 says, well, help here from Mansfield, Texas. Welcome, glad you're here. Donna's in the house. What or how you feel about deep litter method on keeping quail? I think it's more work than needed, but everybody has their own opinion. Should be renamed Ed Got Skills. There you go. Can't wait until I get my hatching eggs. Looking forward to the jumbo egg hatch. So excited. Awesome. Best of luck to you. I keep losing comments. I'm so sorry, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, and good luck, and let us know how it goes. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. La Rochelle Farms in the house from Connecticut. Welcome. Glad you're here. James is in the house. Welcome. Everyday on Mommy says, Zach, can you make a Mother of Quails shirt in the style of Game of Thrones, Mother of Dragons? I want to. Great idea. I will think about that. Not my specialty, but I'll get with Jenna. Callie Quail Keeper says, conference call. I'm there, Zach. Glad to be a part of the family. Awesome. Hey, Tickle Trunk is here. When we are announcing the thing, I texted, but I know you're busy. I've not seen that yet. I have not gotten it. I did purchase it, but I'm not ready yet. Andrea says, my 6-year-old just got hooked on watching Myshire videos. Very cool. I try to make it kid-friendly as well, so that's awesome. We do have an announcement on something that we're going to be advertising shortly, so stay tuned. I'm not ready yet, but it's in the mail. So as soon as I get it, I will check it out, and then we will make a big splash with it. Vam Smith says, hello from Colorado. We received our Myshire Jumbo white eggs in the mail, packaged extremely well, and they are most definitely bigger eggs than my personal Caternix. I love hearing that. Congratulations. Best of luck to you, and keep me posted on the hatch. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Vam Smith is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. I am doing my best to try to keep up. I'm so very sorry. Chad is in the house. I have to go. Family, be sure to love your pets as much as love as you can. This loss is killing me. Chad did lose his pet this week. Unfortunately, I saw that on Facebook. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's happened to us a couple of times, and it's heavy. I get it. Heavenly Half Acres in the house from Northeast Pennsylvania. Welcome. Glad you're here. Jesse Meek says, Verna Young, the Link Queen, thanks so much for being awesome. Absolutely. Richard Brown says, question, found some 22% feed for $17 for 40 pounds. When would you switch from 30 to 22%? What age? From 8 to 10 weeks. For standard quail, I would mix the feed of the two from the 8th week and then switch over to the layer. For the jumbos, I would wait until week 10 to do that. Hopefully that answers your question. Great advice about double checking temp humidity. My Nurture Right 360 was off. Everything correct now with Govee. Awesome. I love to hear it. Congratulations. I'm glad you got it. William is in the house from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Virginia says, how are the new incubator GQF 1500 in Nevada? I love them very much. They're expensive, but man, they're awesome. I love them. Brincia Incubator. Awesome. There you go. We have that in the store as well. Kevin and Sarah from Living Traditions Homestead actually recommended that one, so I put that one on there. Family J from South Florida is in the house. Witch Doctor said, oh, not talking to me. Jennifer Myers is in the house from Tennessee. Welcome. La Rochelle Farm says, Zach, while it's a simple task, I think even beyond recommending thermometer and hydrometer, it may be worth making a video to show how to calibrate them properly. Great idea. Ed Got Bait, if you'll write that down, I would appreciate it. I'm a little busy. Patriot of Truth is in the house from Gettysburg. Welcome. Glad you're here. Susan is in the house. Welcome. Andrea Perry says, any suggestions on hydrometer that is not smart? So they can be smart, but you don't have to use them smart. We don't have Wi-Fi here, so I didn't use those as smart, but they're still inexpensive and they're still the most accurate. So I still like that one. I actually got 3 that were smart and 3 that were not. And I was thinking that because I didn't have Wi-Fi, it wouldn't be a good fit, but I just wanted to try it. But I didn't use the Wi-Fi and it still worked amazing. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But if somebody else has other suggestions on something that they use, feel free to let me know. Does high calcium water have an effect on quail? I have never tried that. That's a good question. I can look into that, but I've never tried that. Ed got beta, if you'll write that down as well, I would appreciate it. Vam Smith says, any suggestions on prolapse and Schofield Silverhand? It appears to have subsided, but I'm wondering if I may continue to be an issue. She is the only one so far. Yeah, if you just want to give her a little bit extra calcium and then give her some electrolytes for a couple of days, she should be fine. Sometimes it happens and they do fine. She is more likely to do it again, but just give her a little bit of supplemental calcium. Some oyster shells would do. Give them a little bit of electrolytes and she should be fine. Heavenly Half Acre, William Markle, yes, not talking to me. Joan says, Zach, did you see 75 of 120 Myshire Feather Sexable Mix Auction eggs hatched this week? I do not remember you texting me on that, so I will write that down now. Congratulations, 75 out of 120 Feather Sexable Mix. Congratulations, that's a great hatch. I'd talk about it more, but I keep losing comments, so I'm going to keep going. Adam says, hello from Churchill, Montego, Canada. I hope I said that correctly. I think I did. Polar Bear Capital of the World. That is super cool. I want to go there. LaRonda Torreson is in the house from California. Welcome. A lot of Canadians again tonight. A lot of Californians. Rowdy says, can you do a video on the mostly cost and profit of running a quail business? No one else ever does. We are considering it. I have not committed to that yet, but I am in the middle of doing taxes for the year. I'm very personal when it comes to that stuff, so I have not fully committed to it. But we will do something like that, even if, I might make up fake numbers, but yes, that is coming. I'm waiting to do this year's numbers, though. Girl Walks with Goat says hello from, shoot. If you guys could maybe not comment for just a minute, because I keep losing comments, I'm so very sorry. Give me just a minute, and then you can comment your questions, but I will, I need to get caught up. I'm so sorry. PJ's Family Farm says, Myshire Jumbos just started laying 6 weeks old. That seems to be a theme. I like the way that sounds. Congratulations. Jeff Sapp says, good evening all from Central Missouri. Just finished sending 30 to freezer camp. Awesome. Miracore Acres Rick says, has anyone else been inspired to build a new quail cage after Kevin's latest video this week? I'm working on one like it, but I am going to split it into 2 cages. Awesome, very cool. Good luck, and yeah, it looks like a great cage. I watched the video this week. Looks nice. Keith Hawkins says, from Washington State, wondering how eggs taste compared to chicken eggs. I know they are smaller. Taste the same. They are jam-packed. They're about twice as nutritional, so they will fill you up a little bit more. They're a little bit richer, but same thing. Very similar. Very good question. What the Quail Farm says, I was building a quick cage while watching him build his. Well, there you go. William says, I'm so close to my first egg. Awesome. Well, good luck, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Adam says, we kept the quail in the house. There you go. Miracore Acres Rick says, are you building a similar not talking to me. What the Quail Farm says, my cage has a rollout, but it is similar. There you go. Zach has a video on how much more nutritious they are when it comes to nutrition. Chicken eggs are put to shame. I agree. In fact, I did a video on it. Carrie says, I love the freezer one at Christmas time. I do too. Donna says, I sold eggs on eBay and Chinese grocery store. Once 5 dozen eggs a week. Ping to need to raise my numbers. There you go. That's great. Congratulations, and keep up the good work. Miracore Acres Rick says, that's what I was going to add also. Not talking to me. Silverback Stacker says, Western Wisconsin is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Winter Taylor says, Zach, how did you and Jenna get started in quail, and how many did you all start with? That's a very good question. I would answer right now, but it's kind of long. I'll give you the short version. We started with 12 jumbo hens, and we ordered 30 SSC hatching eggs is how we started, and it was completely for self-sufficient use. We did not want to keep buying meat chickens every year. We wanted something that we could incubate ourselves and that would keep hatching, is the very short version. Virginia, I kept reading, anyways. Virginia says, anyone use a GQF brooder? I have not. George has, and he likes it. George is my help, and he uses them. I guess I could put that on there. I'm not a big fan of them, is the thing. I'll talk to him about it. Eli says, just received my small quail plucker versus skinning the birds in the past. Planning on roasting full jumbo quail. Yum. There you go. Awesome. Congratulations. We also have a plucker that we actually have on our Amazon story, so you can check that out. And again, you do not have to purchase on there. It is just ideas and what works best for us, and then the customers is what works best for them. So just keep that in mind. If I missed any of your comments because they were deleted because I'm so behind, I am so sorry. It was not intentional. Feel free to ask again. I apologize, and I will not go on and on about questions. I'll just try to answer real quick and keep caught up. So I'm very sorry. Are there any plans for paid remote access to the next QuailCon? I'm planning on attending, but just in case. There is not yet. We have not gotten that far. We're pretty much writing ideas down right now, and we're not there yet. So I think we're going to do better as far as posting videos afterwards, but I don't think we're going to do a live or anything like that. But that's not been confirmed. We'll discuss that when we get closer. Well, at the beginning of the new year. Fran says, we will be building our quail cage this week after watching Living Traditions Homestead. Awesome. I'm very glad to hear that. Yusuf says, I still can't believe it. There you go. He was the 18 and under contest winner. So congratulations to that. I can't believe we had so many people. Terry says, good evening. Terry Cook says, good evening, y'all, from Terry in Utah. Welcome. Glad you're here. Mekor Acres Rick says, congrats to Yusuf. Absolutely. David Collins says, Simply Made Home. Go ahead and start commenting again. I think I'm caught up enough. David Collins says, Simply Made Homestead has a nice cage design similar to Kevin's, but the floors are removable for cleaning. There you go. You can check that out. Ed Got Bait, if you'll write down Simply Made Homestead, I don't think I've heard of them. I'd like you to write that down. I'll get that information from you, and I'll check them out this week. Jeff Martin says, can eggs be shipped in the cold winter weather? Absolutely. We are still averaging a 75.45% hatch rate on shipped eggs for the year. Kevin and Sarah just hatched out a couple weeks ago, and they had a 75% hatch rate. And we're getting results in, and they're still getting over a 70% hatch rate. So yeah, absolutely. We ship year round, and we'll make sure you're taken care of. Adam says, I'll be negative 30 degrees Celsius average until March, and I can get eggs shipped. There you go. Yusuf says, heat plates work for us best because, as another person said, I'd even buy it for $500 better than spending thousands on the burnt house. There you go. Donna says, I'm in Illinois, sold eggs in Iowa. Very cool. Living a Rogue Life says, evening, y'all. Put my jumbo white wings in lockdown yesterday. Only 4 not developed. So Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll have a bunch of jumbo. I like hearing that. That is wonderful news. Keep me posted on the hatch rate, and good luck. I went through 5 heat plates in one season. I have not used it. Just wouldn't work for us. What the Quail Farm says, I hope you got the extended warranty, Donna. Kathy says, I like your videos, very informative. Well, thank you very much, and we're going to keep improving to make them better for you. Keith Hawkins says, think of doing this for food. About how many birds would you get you to break even on cost of setup? I'm a little confused as far as what you're talking about, as far as like if you're selling them or for just yourself. But either way, we'll be doing a video this week that's going to break a bunch of that down. So stay tuned. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be talking a lot about that this week. It's kind of a very long answer, but I'll talk about that in the video this week. Silverback Stacker says, I'll never wear a flat-billed hat. There you go. I don't think I will either. Jasmine's not talking to me. James Owens is in the house. Flat-billed hats are bad. There you go. Mandy Willis says, what's best ages to butcher call? We recommend anywhere from 8 to 10. I really like the 8-week-old. I think that the 8-week-old is large enough, and we've done the numbers, and the cost between 8 and 10 weeks for feed and electricity and all that jazz is just not worth that little extra weight they put on. So I like the 8-week, but you can do 10. Living Traditions Homestead says they do them at 6. So, I mean, you could do them. I like the 8, but everybody can do it differently. So there's options there. Thank you all for hitting the like button. I really appreciate you all. Callie Quail Keeper says, Zach, are you going to leave the sticker on too? LOL, your hat. Kids are silly. There you go. I will not be. I don't do that. But I get it. I get it. It's the trend. David says, wearing hats for 45 years, never flat. Yeah, I skipped that whole thing. I've always worn them like this. I can't handle it any other way. Ordered double stack Wynola Ranch cage system and triple stack Dale's quails to see which system I like best in conjunction to my current system. Can't wait until I receive them. I'm going to be set. That is awesome. I love to hear that, and I would love to know your thoughts on it. But I love them both, and so you can't go wrong either way. Donna says, I bought from Farm and Home, not used a lot, bad heater. I think you were talking about the heat plates. Joe says, my hatchlings are 3 weeks old. When should I begin pairing up my breeding set? Secondly, do male and female Coturnix jumbos mature at the same age as far as breeding age? Yes, they do. A lot of our customers get jumbo eggs starting at 6 weeks. A lot of our standards are around 5.5 to 6 weeks, so they're very, very similar as far as age goes. Typically at 3 weeks old, I actually separate all of the males and females. It'll calm down the males. They won't be as aggressive. And then at 8 weeks, at 6 to 8 weeks, I'll kind of start putting them together. Usually a couple days after the hens start laying, because the males will always be more, they'll always be quicker to mature than the hens. So I want the hens to at least be big enough to be laying their eggs before they have to deal with the males. Jasmine says, I wear my hats with a nice bend. It's the only way. I agree. Eagle Ridge says, greetings from Spokane, Washington. I hope I said that correctly. Looking forward to receiving my first wild eggs this week. Awesome. Congratulations and best of luck to you. I don't know if they're ours or not, but either way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we'd love to be able to help you. Jesse Nolan says, wait, parachute pants went out of style. There you go. They did? What? Silverback Stacker says, I'll wear a flat billed hat the day I wear my pants down. Okay. The bottom of my underwear. There you go. Hey, you know, I get it. I went through phases when I was a kid. I get it. I'm just saying I'm past that stage of caring. James says, I like your hat, Zach. My wife hates it. Like Clark hates kryptonite. There you go. Flew the Coop Farm says, I got 25 of the 30 I won on lockdown. I will admit I am old and wearing my hat the same way as you, Zach. There you go. Well, we can all stick together. They can do their thing, but, you know, we'll separate with the hat bill. There you go. Good luck to you and keep me posted on the hatch. Susan says, my kids about to die when they see pics of me in the concert tees, Levi's 501s, and Converse. They were cheap then. There you go. Rowdy says, can you do a video on the monthly cost and profit of a quail business the size of yours? It seems no one else ever speaks on this topic. Yes, we will be working on that. I'm actually waiting to get my current numbers to end this year. Ed got bait, if you'll be so kind to write that down as well. I do want to talk to you about that. That is on my list, and that'll be at the end of the year video. But I did want to get you and Verna's thoughts on some stuff. Miracore Acres Rick, I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I mispronounce your name, it's because I'm not smart. So just correct me. I won't take offense to it, and then I won't do that anymore. Hot pink without baggy pants. There you go. With a turquoise tank. There you go. Psycho Ward 360 says, just at a weigh on my Myshire farm 6-week-olds. One of my whites weighed at 11.7 ounces. Cha-ching at how old? 6 weeks at 11.7. Dear Lord. Good job. I like the feed you're using. I love it. Congratulations. Susan says, oh my gosh, I forgot about parachute pants. Eli says, are jumbo hens okay as layers without males? Just sell non-fertilized eggs at farmers markets? Yep, absolutely. So jumbos are going to be much larger meat and eggs for you. You don't need males for the hens to lay eggs in anyone, standard or jumbo, any color. They'll lay just fine without them. Now, the standard size are going to be a little bit smaller egg, but they'll be more consistent for you. But if you're going to do non-fertilized for farmer's market, I kind of do like the jumbo aspect. So I would probably stick with those. Jasmine said, not talking to me. Doris says, can I get some information about Dale's brooders, please? Yeah, it's dalesquails.com. And in our last video about who won the contest for last month, it's in the description as that. So you can check that out as well. Bill says, Bill Bailey from Windsor, Missouri, is all Coturnix dark meat? Yes, they are. It's a great question. There's a big misconception that there are certain quail that is not dark meat, that it's white meat. That is incorrect, infactual. There was Texas A&M College that was working on an all-white quail or an all-white meat quail. It did not pan out. They stopped that many, many moons ago. And so there is no such thing, but there is a big folklore about white meat, and it's just not accurate. So great question. It is all dark meat. Virginia Watkins is in the house. Box W Farms from Elko, Nevada. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Garcia Short says, question. You said you feed your quail 30 minutes after they lay eggs. When do you feed the second time? When 30 minutes after they lay eggs. So yeah, we feed them at, well, we get into the barn at about 5:30. I don't think we start feeding until about 6. Feed takes about 45 minutes. And then we feed again at 2:30, 3:30 is typically when we feed. So I'm going to say 5:30 to 6:30 and then 2:30 to 3:30. Jasmine, not talking to me. Teresa Sample says, chicks come out of the brooder at 3 weeks old. Can they go into cages that aren't in a heated area at that point? Yes, they can. That's what we do. It depends on if it's in a heated area or not. If not, I would probably keep them in there for 4 weeks. Well, let me tell you what I do, and then you can decide what you want to do. So spring, summer, and fall, we move our chicks out of the brooder at 3 weeks into the main barn that is not heated or insulated. During the winter, we actually leave them in there without the heat lamp on for an extra week just to get them accommodated to it, and then we move them out. So just keep that in mind as far as winter being here. Kathy says, you're not old. Old is a state of mind, I think. I think my body's a little bit older than what my brain is, but, you know, I haven't taken care of myself extremely well. With comic relief, can I suggest a new Facebook group, Comedy at Quailitorium? There you go. Absolutely. I wish I was funny. I'd love to be funny. If I could have one quality, it would be funny. But I was not gifted that. That is okay. The Bot Bunch has question. Quail is a fairly new concept in my area, and I'm doing my best to share the benefits of them as much as I can. But how do you get people who are used to all things chickens to give quail a try? That's a very good question. Well, you want to sell the benefits. So, hey, you know what? My quail eggs are much more nutritional than your chicken eggs. And I just want you to do a taste test. And you give them to them. And you say, you know, you can fit, you know, 1 chicken per square foot. And I can fit 3.5 quail per square foot. So I can get 3 eggs a day and you get 1 egg a day, and mine can be much more consistent laying, and I don't have to take care of them as long. And so just try it out. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But I love quail. Or keep both. Maybe that would be the way to go. Like, hey, I love your chickens. They're awesome. I raise quail instead. I think you should try some of these, and you should just raise both. It's a great addition to any homestead, is what I would say. Frank Kimball says, hi, everyone. How was your week, Zach from Wisconsin? Well, welcome. Glad you're here. It was a very productive week. I did the Amazon store. We did some good videos. I did some editing. Got caught up in the quail barn. Shipped out a lot of orders. Had a pretty good week. Today, some things fell apart, but I fixed what I could. I'll fix the rest tomorrow, and we'll keep going. But it was a pretty good week. James, hopefully you had a great week as well. James says, I just today watched a video saying use the egg scissors on the pointy end. Right, wrong, personal choice, or is it just another Ann Landers toilet paper thing? No, I never use them on the top. I don't think you could do that on our jumbos. You might, I don't know. But it's always pointy side down and then flip is what we've always done. But I mean, I guess you can do it however you want. More than one way to skin a cat. Russell says, I've been hearing some comments on spiral breeding. Is it worth the trouble? I think it would be easier to just add new male blood. How many years can you spiral breed? You can spiral breed for a long time. Long time. Spiral breeding is probably one of the best breeding habits as far as longevity goes. We do spiral breeding here, but we also do a bunch of different types of breeding as well. We kind of made up our, like, we looked at all of them and we took the benefits of each one and said, all right, this is what we're going to do. We have a whole game plan on that. You know, if you're just raising for self-sufficient use, I like just introducing a couple new males, getting, you know, you can get new males locally, you can get new males from us and we ship them, you can get new males, you know, you can order some new hatching eggs, get a different color, you know, have some fun with it and get more colors. Or you can spiral breed. It's a personal choice, but it's a good breeding program. Highway to Quail says, question, currently raising first hatch, now 3 weeks old. Congratulations. Have to move them outside. What week can they be moved out into snow conditions? What week should they be off the heat lamp inside? You can take the heat lamp off now. I would leave them in for an extra week and then move them outside to be safe and just make sure that they can get out of the elements. But to be safe, I would do 4 weeks old, but I would take the heat lamp off of them now so they can transition to that. Great question. And if you have any others, feel free to ask. Hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for all these people showing up. You guys are fantastic. Psycho War 360 is not talking to me. Garcia Short says, question, do you feed your only feed layers twice a day and keep the chicks on food all day long, or do the chicks get 2 meals a day too? We feed everybody twice a day, but that's a big, I guess I just didn't explain it right. Our quail always have feed. That is the #1 rule that everybody should do. That is one thing that I can't say, oh, well, other people do it other way. No, every quail should always have feed available to them. What we do is we want to make sure that they don't run out, and we use very large community cages. So we've got a lot of in each one. So one might just fill up and then one. So we feed in the morning and then we just top off at night so that we make sure that when we come in the next morning at 5:30 or 6, that they're not out of feed. So we just top off. But there's always feed in there. I cannot remember the last time one of my feeders were empty unless we actually took it out, emptied it out, and cleaned it out, because we do sanitize those once a quarter. So a lot of people had that question, and I think I might have just worded that wrong. Michael Muhammad is in the house. How long do they live in general? Very good question. They can live about 2.5 to 3 years, but they're productive as far as egg laying goes for about 2 years. David Smith says, I'm just new to all the colors, and some are so similar, like wild and Italian, etc. Just wondering how to identify colors if I decide to keep separated. Very good question. They all look fairly different in some ways. Like the Italians are gold and the wilds are dark brown. Similar markings. I see what you're saying. And some colors are a lot more similar to others. We have a playlist called All About the Colors on our YouTube channel, and it breaks down every color that we have, shows you what they look like, all the information about them. You can kind of put that together and you'll know what you've got and things like that. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Virginia says, Papa Builder of Things has a video of the brooder cages. Please and thank you. I do believe so, yes. It's under the playlist, Papa Builder of Things. It should be. Anyway, I don't know if we did a video of him actually building one, but before we used it, he did a video and broke it all down on how he did it all. So yes, absolutely. Kelly Ford, I don't, yep. Verna put that in the comments. Kelly Ford says, question, besides their size, what other factors do you consider when calling hens and roosters for breeding? I'm not all that interested in colors. My focus is meat and eggs. Very good question. Besides their size, what other factors do you consider when calling? So we obviously weigh them. I'm assuming well, let's just talk about my jumbos because you're not really interested in the colors. So the jumbos, we look at weight. We look at any deformities. We look at beak. We look at legs. We want to make sure that we have large quail, but they need to have thick legs so that they can support them. We look at their feet. We look at any issues. We look at any missing or patchy pieces, because that usually means it's a deficiency somehow. So we just look at the overall quail. If it looks good, if it looks healthy, if it looks big, if it looks like it can support the weight, then we use it in one way or the other. Shelly C says, if each hen lays her unique egg pattern, how can I have 3 hens and 4 different patterned eggs? They just started laying, chalk it up to new layers. Maybe one was a draft. No, they don't have a unique pattern. They all lay different every day. They're similar to each other, but no, there's not one exact pattern. That actually depends a lot on the feed and how much they get. So sometimes, if you have the feed out and, there's a bunch of them that are crowded and then the other one gets like the bottom crumbs or whatever, they won't get as many nutrients. So that egg will be a little bit different the next day, so on and so forth. Or if they bulked up in calcium or something like that, then it'll be kind of a shaded color or whatever. Not a lot of calcium, it'll be a shellless egg, things like that. Oh, I'm getting behind again. I'm so sorry. Myshire Farm, for the 1800 contest, do you need to re-enter for each month, or does your name stay for every entry? It stays for every entry, but you're more than welcome to re-enter to make sure. And if you want to redo it and say it in a different way, that would be fine. Who's going to be verbal moderator? I don't know what that means. For the 18, oh, no. Who's going to be Verna's moderator? Right. Well, we've got Ed Got Bait, absolutely. And if we keep picking up people like this and getting people involved and interested in quail, we might need to add an extra moderator. I will have to talk to them about that. But I appreciate all of you guys that are watching, have joined and watched, and that are still watching. You guys are fantastic, making me feel great here. Is that thermometer calibratable? Calibratable? Huh. I don't think I've ever used that word or ever seen it. I know what it means. I just don't think I've ever actually seen that word. Yes, it is. Their directions, it comes with this and shows you how to do everything. So yeah, it comes with a little thingy. I actually have it here still from the video. My wife told me I had to clean up tomorrow. Newfoundland, Canada is in the house. Welcome, another Canadian. That's super cool. Highway to Quail. Awesome. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. James Walker says, set 59 mixed jumbo December 4th. My wife said I have checked them about 1,000 times. My having everything looks good. Awesome. Well, good luck. December 4th. Oh, you said them yesterday. Oh boy, it's going to be a long 2 weeks for you. Well, good luck. Best of luck to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't overstress. Let it be. It'll all work out. And good luck to you. Lori Overby, I hope I said that correctly. Welcome. Northern Minnesota's in the house. You're from Northern Minnesota. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And thank you for showing up. James Delheim says hit that button. I think he means the like button. I hope he means the like button. Hopefully he doesn't mean the dislike button. But hit the like button, support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. At one time we had 1,129 people on here. I don't know what happened. It just exploded all of a sudden. Richard Brown says, and only 132 likes. Well, I got 174 now. I can't complain too much, right? Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Absolutely. Hit the like. Well, thank you, everybody, for supporting us. Thank you very much. Hit the like button. Lori says, I am in the learning stage. I don't know enough to ask questions. That's all right. A lot of people are asking questions. And if you do have a question and you're not very comfortable with asking, ask anyway, because more than likely, other people have that question, and either they're not comfortable asking or They just don't know they need to ask that question yet. So feel free to ask. And again, remember, I know this goes long. We talk a lot, blah, blah, blah. Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I shut my mouth and just read the questions, answer, and move on. So there's not a lot of communication. So if that works better for you, make sure you check us out tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think last week was the first week we did it, and I think it was a huge success. I talked to Verna and Ed this week, and they agreed. And I love the community. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. Adam says, everyone hit the like. Well, thank you very much. Carrie says, everyone thumbs up. Please blow Zach's mind with that many likes. We are at 180. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. My goal was 140. So you guys overextended that. And only 140 likes. What's wrong with you people? There you go. Well, welcome, Butch Garner. I appreciate you. Thank you. Liam Cutler says, Myshire Farm, what is your favorite type of quail? Well, I only specialize in Turnix, but I love the jumbo wilds for meat and egg production. As far as my favorite color goes, the pansy fees. I love the pansy fees and the pearls. They're very similar, but they're awesome. They're awesome to have. They're beautiful colors. But the most productive color is the Egyptian fee. I just sent S.O. Swanson my new numbers for egg count for next year as far as the average weights on our eggs, because I'm going to be redoing that video to give you the next generation's numbers. I was super impressed with the Egyptian fees. I weighed 30 of each. We get more than 30 of each a day, but I just weighed 30 because I didn't want to collect them all. And I thought 30 would be a good amount. So I sent him the numbers, but the Egyptian fees are a beautiful color. They're feather sexable, and man, was I impressed with their egg size. But to answer your question, jumbo wilds are best for meat and eggs. I love them. And the pansy fees and the pearls are my favorite colors. And the Egyptian fees are my most favorite color that is large and in charge, if that makes sense. Eagle Rich says, hi, Spokane, Washington in the house. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Jared says, newbie here. I will be bringing quail and rabbit onto the homestead in the new year. Awesome. Congratulations. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And I am glad you are on a homestead and working towards that. And I love that you're being more self-sufficient. And I think it's a great idea with quail and rabbits. I am one to over-research things before doing it. I'm good with most everything other than incubators and cost. I don't know what you mean exactly by cost, but I will be doing a quail math video this week, so hopefully that will answer some questions. If you have something specific, feel free to ask, and I will try to help you with that. As far as incubators go, we build our own, and we use GQF, which are heavy-duty, very expensive incubators, so I don't really necessarily recommend those starting out. But on our Amazon store, it's Verna can put it in the comments again, but there's a customer recommendations, and there's multiple incubators there that you can check out that people recommend. Like Kevin and Sarah from Living Traditions Homestead, they recommend the Brincia. A lot of my customers are pretty much split between the Nurture Right 360 and the Hovabator. So you can check those out on the Amazon store. Starting out, if I want sex-linked large meat and quail eggs, where should I start? Well, you could get the jumbo sex links, or you could get jumbo Egyptians, jumbo wilds, and create your own jumbo sex links. Would be the two best options for you. Mecor Acres Rick says, I'm showing about 121 watching. A little over that now, but absolutely. Virginia gave us the thumbs up. Thank you very much. What the Quail Farm says, the whole world is here. I felt like that. I got very nervous. I don't know what happened. Misty Callady says, Zach, I ordered 3 of the Govee hydrometers from the Govee Amazon store, and I got a notice from the post office that I have to pick them up. Are the boxes that large? No. I mean, they're like that. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe something else came with it. I don't know. Maybe you ordered something else with it. I'm not too sure, but no, that's not normal. A little afraid they did something to him. Callie Quail Keeper says, mine says 1,049 watching. I lost a lot of them. We're down to 154, but I do appreciate everybody showing up and everybody staying here. That's super cool. Thank you. Jared says Jackson, Tennessee's in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. Thurston Stout says hello, everyone from Scottsville, Kentucky. We've got people all over the place. We've got James Carl from Missouri is in the house. That is super awesome. S. McKee says the number watching is jumping all over the place. I don't know if that was just a mix-up on YouTube or something happened, or but I've seen that a couple of times before, not on our lives, but on our videos where there's just a massive hit. I think people are sharing it, and they share it to a certain place and it just explodes, but I don't know that for sure. But that is the benefit, and that's why Kevin and Sarah always say share their videos, because stuff like that happens. So that's cool. Lori says, I want to convert my all-wire rabbit cages to quail. Will they work? Will they need a lot of changes? Will the height be okay? Yeah, to start out, that would be completely fine. That's how we started out. We had some used rabbit cages. We changed the bottom flooring, and that's all we did. We just changed the bottom flooring, and we are good to go. So yeah, absolutely. And then you can grow as you can improve as you grow, but that works just fine. Mekor Acres Rick says I ordered 3. Also Misty, let's hope they work out. Absolutely. PJ's Family's Farm says, oh dear God, what happened? A lot of comments. Harson Cooper, I lost a comment. I'm so sorry, guys. Harlan Cooper says, hello from Green Bay, Wisconsin. We have a count of 140 likes. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Lori says, thanks for I'm looking. There you go. What the Quail Farm says, everyone hit the thumbs up button if you love quail. Thank you very much. Shelly C says, each hen lays her unique egg pattern. How can I have... Oh, I already answered that one. How did that show up again? Carrie says, lots of Missourians are here tonight. Way to represent. Absolutely. A lot of Californians, a lot of Canadians, a lot of Texans, a lot of Wisconsinites. I don't know if that's what you're called. Quail are the best. Rabbits are good too. I have both, plus some. This is a great community to learn from. No dumb questions, so ask away. There you go. Frank Kimball's in the house. Look at all the watching, 724. I did lose them, but we still got a lot of people, and I appreciate every single one of you. Ed Got Bait says hi to all the newcomers. Absolutely. I love it. Liam says, Myshire Farm out of all your... I answered that one too. I keep getting repeats. I don't know what happened. Eli says, I've done deep litter method in my basement using peat moss, and it was easy to smell. It was easy, no smell. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't work for us here, and I feel like it's more... I don't know. It just wouldn't work for us. But, I mean, it works for a lot of other people, so you can try it out and see if it works best for you. That's what's great about raising quail, is there's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm big on lowering my cost, even for self-sufficiency. How can we do it cheap, but how can we have the best quality? And so buying extra supplies was my least favorite thing to do. So that's just my thought, but there's a lot of things you can do. S. McKee says, Eagle Ridge, I'm in the valley. Welcome to the quail addiction. Absolutely. Deborah Berg says, consider the Archon 20 for 50 quail eggs. So much easier than the others. Money well spent. Well, that's a great idea. If you want to send me that information, I'll be happy to check that out. I still want to buy 1 or 2 more incubators. So if you want to send me that this week, email or text, I will look into that and see if we can order one of those and do a review on it. Jeff Martin says, I have been watching quail vids till my eyes hurt now. Getting ready to pull the trigger. Happy to hear Jumbo Wilds be back on the site. Absolutely. They will be back on the site December 7th, and the Jumbo Mix will be on the website December 14th, and the Jumbo White Wings will be back in stock January 1st. So we are working as fast as we possibly can. Well, we're working as fast as the quail possibly can, but they work faster than me, so we're working fast and hard. Butch Garner says, thanks for the great show, but I have to go. No heat call and have to check it out. Take care, everybody. Got a no heat call and have to go check it out. Take care, everybody. Well, thanks for showing up. We appreciate you being here. Katrina says, hit the like button, everyone. Absolutely. If you want to learn more about different ways to raise quail, definitely check out Katrina's YouTube channel as well. She just started one. Katrina, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's Sow and Tear on YouTube. Check that out. God, I hope that's right. If I didn't say that correctly, Katrina, correct me. S. McKee says, do we need... Oh, no. Eli says, do we need Quails Anonymous now? That is a group I might be working on. Lori says, you were really improving and doing great online. I don't know how you find the time. We're worker bees here. That's what we do. And we're just going to get better. There's no reason to... My mindset now and you improve in time. I mean, that's just the way things go. So we're improving. I've got great help, Verna and Ed got bait and a bunch of other people with YouTube. So we're working on it. We take criticism very strongly here, not personally, but very to heart. You know, we really want to do better. And so my mindset for years was I just want to get the word out. If you don't want to listen to it and if you don't want to follow it, then that's fine. I just want to make sure you have that information. And now it's I want you to have that information, but I want to do it in a way that it's easy to understand and entertaining and not so frustrating and boring. So I am doing my very best to help with that. We're gonna keep getting better. So hang in there with me. Taryn Spencer is in the house. What age do you find best to butcher? I like 8 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks seems to be the sweet spot for us. I like 8 because the cost ratio for electricity and feed for the 9th and 10th week is just not worth the weight that they put on. So we like 8 weeks, but Kevin and Sarah, Living Traditions Homestead, like 6 to 8. So, but I like 8. I think 8's the right number. LaRonda says, question, is it common for quail to get Merrick's? No, that is not common. That is not common. That is pretty rare. Yusuf says, hit the like button. Absolutely. Support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, can we get 7 more likes? We could be at 200. That'd be super cool. Lori is in Minnesota here, up by Canada. There you go. Very cool. Welcome. Quail are edible pets. Absolutely. So are rabbits. Yes, they are. Jason says, good evening, Zach. Had a quick question. Hopefully, I was wondering how important it is that the eggs are pointed down while in the incubator. Well, you definitely want them pointed down, but they can also be on their side, and that's okay too, but you don't want them flipped. It really hurts them. You can still have them hatch, but it shouldn't be something you do every time. So pointy side down or on their side is ideal. Hopefully that helps answer your question. If you have any more, feel free to ask. Verna, can you do the Amazon? Oh, she already did it. Otis says, hi, everyone. Quail Lucky in Kentucky. Well, welcome. I love the name. Very cool. Thurston Stout says, yes, I need Quail Anonymous. I've fallen in love with my quail. I'm addicted now. That is awesome. And we should have a warning label that says, warning, you're never going to look back. Yeah, they're awesome. Victoria Henderson says, any future plans for carrying a line of black quail? Well, black quail is actually a growl feed. They have black quail overseas, but they're not here in the States. So it's either a very dark Tibetan or a growl feed. Those are what people are calling black quail here in the States. And black quail is really just, it's a marketing term. So the Tibetans are our darkest quail. They are close to being black, but they're not black. They're very, very, very dark brown. And the Graufies can probably be darker, but we wanted more pattern to it. So we bred them with the Rosettas rather than the Tibetans to get a very dark quail that has patterning on it. And we like that. Yusuf says, why are the viewers dropping? I'm not as entertaining as others. PJ's Family's Farm says the Govee thermometer is Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I meant Bluetooth. No. It is Wi-Fi, isn't it? Oh no, that was the other one. You're right. You are right. The other one was Wi-Fi. And it worked okay. Obviously, it didn't work for my Wi-Fi. And it would be cool to do it. That is right. I mixed those up. I'm very sorry, PJ's Family Farm. Thank you for correcting me. Hopefully that person's still here. Ugh. Charles says, when do jumbo whites start laying eggs? Forgive me for asking. You probably said this before. Not a problem. Glad to help. And typically, between 6 to 8 weeks is when they'll start laying. At about 8 to 9 weeks is when they're going to be very consistent for you. And that's a great question. Very good question. If you have any more, feel free to ask. Ever try sorghum seed for a more female hatch? No, I have not. If any of that was ever true, then these hatcheries would never hatch out all these males, and falconers and reptiles would no longer have quail feed. It's just not really a thing. But I mean, be cool to try. We just never have. Shelly C says, this is good, right? Myshire Jumbo White, first regular egg, 14 gram. I like it. You should increase that just a little bit since it's their first egg, and you will be right around the same number. So good luck. And that's a great start. Congratulations. You're doing great. Runner B says, are there any issues with raising quail in cages with sand as the base? Nope. No, the eggs will get a little nasty, so keep that in mind. But they'll enjoy it. I dreamed of a chimera quail last... I don't know what that is, Otis. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. Joshua says, loved your video on balut. I am hoping to start up in the spring to gain stock so I can start making balut for a local Asian market. Wife just tried duck balut. Very cool. I'm glad that we could point you in the right direction. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll be more than happy to help. Cali Quail Keeper says 271 members now on Quail in the Kitchen. Thanks, friends. Absolutely. If you're new and you just joined, we've got a new Facebook group you can check out. It's called Quail in the Kitchen. It's a recipe Facebook group that you guys can share recipes and enjoy each other's company and share success and failures. And so we'd love for you to do all that. Lori says, just want to hear my name and in Minnesota by Canada. Well, welcome, Lauren Overby. Glad you're here. Oops. I don't know if you heard all that. So I'll say it again real quick. Lori Overby's in the house. Just wanted to hear my name. And in Minnesota by Canada. Glad you're here. And welcome. Ela, a lot of deleted comments. I don't know what that's all about. Quail Keeper Zach says, Zach, don't forget about questions only night tomorrow. People stay tuned. Absolutely. Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do another live, but we don't talk. It's just ask your question and go, and we go real fast. So that might help a lot of new people as well, but we'd love for you to join. PJ's Family Farm says, made our first deviled quail eggs and first batch of pickled quail eggs this week. Deviled ones were so good. Absolutely. We've done that here, and they are awesome. Yusuf says, do you plan to get California quail? Nope. Caternix quail all the way. I like the production. I like the homesteading. I like the self-sufficient use. California quail is more of a novelty quail. And so no, we're not. I mean, we could get Bob Whites and Valley and California and all that and sell, Button and all that. And that'd be fine. And we could sell them. But that's just not our passion. Our passion is self-sufficient use. And the other quails are just not in the same category as Caternix, that's what our thoughts are. Don Nichols says, just received my Jumbo Egyptians Thursday, first time hatching eggs, and first time having quail. Wish me luck. That is awesome. Good luck. Best of luck to you. Keep me posted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. I think I'm the only one that has Jumbo Egyptians. So you might have gotten them from us. If you did, let me know. And either way, let me know. Keep me posted. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. No one's talking to me anymore. Don says, how much light is necessary for breeding layers in watts? In watts? It's not very important. Anything will do. A regular light bulb will do. 25-watt light bulb will do just fine. I know some people just hang Christmas lights around their cage and use those, and that works great for them. So nothing special, just 14 to 16 hours of light a day. But other than that, you're good to go. Great question. Very good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Vams said, we are in the process of building a new hutch for our Jumbo White eggs in order to hopefully finally start a small quail business, offer Jumbo Whites and a mixed variety. We picked a name, Freedom Quail. I love it. Good luck. Congratulations. I will be posting a couple more Quail for Profit videos throughout the month, so stay tuned for those. Hopefully those will help as well. We had a huge influx of people on our YouTube channel and Facebook that are new to quail. They just started. They learned from this, that, and the other. A lot of people came from Living Traditions Homestead, and I didn't want to do Quail for Profit video. I really wanted to make sure that they knew that it's a simple process. Basics are the most important. and the people that have been doing it, it can be a refresher. It's not a big deal. But now that these people have been here for a little bit, I will get back to the Quail for Profit videos, and I have a couple more left that hopefully will help you out. So stay tuned for those. Lori Overby says your videos are really improving, but I just see how you have the time. Well, again, we are a quail farm. That's what we do. Kevin and Sarah actually said the same thing when I talked to them, I think Monday. And they're like, I just don't know how you raise 6,000 quail plus cows and pigs and emus. And like, I don't. And I was like, this is our, we chose this lifestyle. We chose the self-sufficient lifestyle. This business allows us to do that and allows me to be home with my family. And our passion is really to get the word out. So we make the time, and we're a great team. Patriot of Truth says, can quail eggs for eating be left unrefrigerated? If so, how long? Yes, they can. So what we've learned, researched, and been fine with, and you guys can try your own stuff, but quail eggs are good for 2 weeks once laid. Other people say a lot longer, but that's safe, secure, no one gets sick. We've done this for a long time, sell a lot of eating eggs to corporate accounts. So it's either 2 weeks in the fridge or 2 weeks out of the fridge, either one. So they can be room temperature on the counter for 2 weeks, fine. They can be in the fridge for 2 weeks, fine. But if they are in the fridge for a week and you take them out and put them on the counter for a week, not fine. So hopefully I made that very clear and answered your question. But if you have any more, feel free to ask. I love new people asking questions. Julie says, I ordered Jumbo Mix Collection a week ago. When will they ship? It's a great question. I don't know. We have a lot of orders. But if you want to text me this week, I will be happy to look for you and give you a more accurate date. My number is 937-760-7282. It's also probably in the comments with Verna, but it's also on our website, myshirefarm.com. My email and my phone number's on there. But I can give you a more accurate count tomorrow after 12. Tomorrow is my long day of getting orders out, and then I'll do my phone, and then I'll get to work. I don't work just till 12 every day. I work much longer than that. I leave my egg. Oh, crap. Thurston Stout says, I had to hatch mine with a cardboard box, a 65-watt light bulb, and a dimmer switch, and no, it's not as easy as the YouTube video I watched. That sounds difficult. I would rather buy an incubator. Wow, that sounds difficult. Kind of cool you did it, though. In chickens, I think it's the opposite. Oh, not talking to me. Jasmine Drake is in the house from Smartsville, California. Another Californian tonight. A lot of Californians. That's very cool. Welcome. Highway to Quail says, I've hatched 10-day-old eggs with a 50% hatch rate. There you go. We like 7. Some people say you can go, like 4 weeks and then put them in, and that's okay. 10 days old, 50% hatch rate sounds about right. I like the 7-day mark, but 10 is fine too. Hello from Utah. Sorry we're late. Courtney Shore is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Otis says, I've hatched eggs that are in the fridge for weeks. There you go. PJ's Family Farm says, one of the jumbo Egyptian hens weighs in at 11.86 ounces. Like to hear it. I think they're 6 weeks old. So you will for sure hit the 12.75 ounce mark that we are averaging here. So great job. Keep it up. Yeah, at 6 weeks old. I thought so. Awesome. That's great. Congratulations. Cindy Ferguson says, do you have videos or could you direct me to some that explain everything I will need to get set up before I order eggs? We do have a YouTube video playlist called The Basics of Coturnix Quail that you can check out. We also have one that is New to Quail and What I Need to Know. Both of those are playlists on our YouTube channel, but we will also be doing a video that is going to be perfect for you this week. We're going to be doing different ways to have a quail setup, from cheap, medium, to extravagant. I think that video will really help you. So stay tuned. We'll be posting that this week. I still have to go buy some more supplies. But we have some, we're getting ready. I'll be posting that this week. So stay tuned for that. But the playlists, new to quail and what I need to know, and the basics of quail basics, something like that. Both are playlists on our YouTube channel, and those should work out great for you. My phone is dying. Give me just a second. I got to plug it in. Oh, it's right here. Look at me being all ready to go. Where's this? Where's that? Why are you not charging? That's really upsetting me. I can't wait to receive my jumbo and gold quail eggs from Myshire, newbie to quail. Loving the information I got from all your videos. Well, thank you very much, Venus. I appreciate that. And I do believe, I think you're going out this week. I think you've been patient enough. I was waiting on the jumbos, but I'm very excited to get your order out. And there we go. And good luck. Keep us posted, and I will get you out as quickly as possible, and they will be laid same day as shipped. Oh, by the way, do I have any? Yeah, I've got a little bit of room. By the way, just so you know, I did redo our YouTube main page this week, so you can check that out. I really think it looks a lot more professional and very much more user friendly. We've got most popular playlists, most popular uploads, most recent uploads, when we go live, and must watch channels. So check that out. I really like our main page now. I think I'm done changing it. Victoria says, if I lovingly kiss the top of each quail's head at bedtime, will they lay awesome eggs? Asking for a friend. No, typically they'll actually freak out a little bit more, so I would let that go. But they'll do great for you. They like to produce for you. They like it. Courtney Shore says, one of my cages of birds all settled down. I've stopped laying completely, even though they have light supplements. Nothing else has really changed. Anyone have any ideas? Well, it could be that they got scared from a predator. That could be one. The other option could be they're molting. Those would be the two options I would look at. Roa says, oh, not talking to me, not talking to me. Victoria says, good to know, says my friend. There you go. Verna Young did put the Amazon store back in the link, or in the comments, the link to it, so you can check out what we recommend and what others recommend. Carrie says, I have both chickens and quail. Love them both for different reasons. There you go. Absolutely. How much loss do you have with the new GQF incubators? How much loss? We probably lose about 5% a hatch, but we don't do everything we say, so. Please define spiral breeding. Explain further. So it's a breeding program. It's a very long process. I can't explain it on here, but I do believe that it is on the Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook page, in the notes section or info section or something like that. You can contact me and I will send you that information, but it would take me forever to explain it, and it's already kind of late. It's a great question. I just don't want to rush it and then not give you all the information. So if you're on Facebook, check Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group out, and it should be in one of those tabs. I can't remember what it's called. If it's not on there, then I have it I have it, so you can contact me and I can send it to you. Susan says, much to do, so I'm off. Good night, all. Well, welcome for showing up. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Thurston Stout says, I have chickens and quail, and so far the quail went out as far as taking care of them, and they don't eat as much food either. Absolutely. I love that thought process. Jasmine Bass says, do you find people get into Coturnix quail more for self-sufficiency, homesteading, profit, breeding business, meat only, or pets? It's a very good question. I would say, I'm just spitballing here and throwing numbers out, 60 to 70% is self-sufficiency homesteading, and 25 to 35% would be the profit breeding business. And then the 1, 2, 3% for pets. That's what I would say. But I don't. know that for sure. I'm talking out of my butt. Courtney Shore says all my cages are together and the 3 other cages are laying regularly. It could be that the celadons are a different age and they could be molting. That's what I would assume. You can let me know if that's not the case and we'll look at it more. Only 145 likes. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. We're at 207. You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much. Eli says, are you working on expanding the size of your Egyptians or sexling jumbos? Yes, we are. We'd like them to get about 1 ounce larger, and then we will make them consistent, and that's where we'll stay. We don't like them to get super large because we want them to be healthy. So you can raise 16, 17, 18 ounce jumbos, but they're not going to lay for you. They're going to have really bad legs, and their lifespan is going to be cut into a quarter of what it should be, and their production is going to be non-existent. So we like to have a large quail, but happy, healthy, and for an extended period of time. That is a great question. Tim is in the house. I must have missed Tim. Tim Baldridge is in the house. I did miss it. I'm so sorry. Hey, everyone. I'm late to the party, but I still made it. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Sorry I missed you the first time. Meekor Acres Rick is not talking to me. Virginia Watkins says, thank you on Papa Builder of Things on Brooder Pin. There you go. Glad you found it. Jasmine Bass has a question about your community cages. Do you keep the 5-1 hen ratio in those setups? I feel like my hens are getting overbred in my aviary now that they have consistent light. Can I lessen the males? Yes, you can. In an aviary, might be able to get away with 3-1. Or, no. 7-1. I went the opposite direction. You might be able to get away with 7-1. We don't have them in an aviary, so we do things completely different. But yeah, if they've got light all the time, those males are going to be constant all the time. So I'd probably, honestly, what I would do is I would take all the males out for like 24 hours and then put a 6 or 7-1 ratio back in there, and then see if the hens are looking pretty good, and then check your fertility. And then you can kind of adjust from there is what I would do. Deborah Berg says, will quail eat pumpkin seeds? Can I chop up the seeds and feed them to the quail? Jumbo whites have the biggest eggs. Yes, they do. Jumbo whites do have the, oh, actually, no, they do not. Jumbo wilds took back over. Our new generation of jumbo wilds actually took back over the jumbo white egg size. The jumbo white eggs are still large, but the jumbo wilds will always be the largest in meat. And the whites took them for a run on the eggs, and then this next generation of jumbo wilds came in and was like, back off. And so they took back over by quite a bit, honestly. They're big. And yes, we feed our quail pumpkins. We usually try to get a bunch of leftover pumpkins after Halloween and use those for a while, and they love it. Their favorite snack is cucumber, though, just by the way. What's Quail Farm says, I just put an egg in and just let it roll. LOL, not much help on that, sorry. You don't know what that means, I'm sorry. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. 1 inch over 1 foot for rollout. There you go. Oh, somebody must have asked about the rollout. I must have missed that one. Can quail have mealworms? Yes, they can. Can quail have shrimp? I have never tried that. I'm sure they could. What the Quail Farm says, is it hard to set up a live quail cam on YouTube? I don't know. We've never done it. But we did donate eggs to a library, and they did a live quail feed. And the problem is it's a really cool idea. And then after about 12 hours of them hatching, the whole thing is just stuffy and there's dust everywhere and all that. And then it's really hard to see in there. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. People have done it and it's been successful. We just haven't done it. Wewin says, can I have quail with rabbits? If so, what kind of setup would you recommend? We've never tried quail with rabbits, and I don't feel like that would go extremely well. But I don't know that for sure. You could have quail in a cage above where the rabbits are. You could do that, but I wouldn't put them together. I wouldn't. You could try it, and if it goes well, let me know. If it doesn't go well, let me know if you try it, and then I can tell people. Highway to Quail says, not talking to me. Deborah Berg says they will eat pumpkin meat. Okay, then I'll try it. There you go. Jasmine Bass says I have been and called both hens and roosts, but several hens are bald now after 3 weeks of constant laying breeding. With the light added, the males aren't mean, just tenacious. Yeah, if you take them out, I would probably do a 6 to 7, and that should fix everything, and their feathers should grow back. Linda Lannon is number 172. Well, thank you very much. We're up to 210 likes. You guys are absolutely awesome. Really appreciate you all. Lori Overby says, I don't see how to enter it. Is it on your website? Enter what? I don't know what that means. I don't see how to enter. Is it on your website? Lori, what do you want to enter, and I can try to help. Ed Got Bait says, wow, that's a lot of people watching. It was. It still is. We still have 120 people watching. We're, what, 2 hours in? Over 2 hours. Cali Quail Keeper says, Zach, things are happening in the quail world. Ecstatic people are checking in. Absolutely. I truly agree with that 100%, and I love it. I love that people are getting more self-sufficient, and I love the fact that people are taking more of at least a look at how maybe they could do things differently. I love it. That warms my heart. That really is what I want to do. Adriana Renee, I hope I said that correctly, says, I just started a flock. I have a pair of A&Ms and 3 other hens of different breeds. If I breed them with the A&M, will they become crosses? Yes. You'll get different colors, but they'll all still kind of lay the same. If you breed them all together, your A&Ms will probably lose weight. The babies will. So keep that in mind. Jumbos, you can breed jumbos to other colors and increase their weight, but in doing so, you will lose some of the weight on the jumbos. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if I keep missing comments or you guys are talking to each other and then responding. Hopefully I'm not. If I miss any comments, I'm not trying to. Dr. Connie Nones is in the house. Any thoughts on sprouting grain seeds and feeding fodder to quail? Fodder was a new word for me last week. Yes, some people really love it. Verna actually posted a video that she found on YouTube about fodder, and it's worth a shot. I mean, if you want to try it, then I think you should try it. It would not work for us because we have 6,000 quail. But yeah, if you want to try it, I think that's a great idea. I do need to check. Ed, if you will do me a favor and also write down fodder, I really need to look into that and try to recommend a specific video. I keep forgetting about that. Jasmine Bass says, Zach, my Egyptian fees are just about egg laying age. I'm excited about that. I am excited about all the quail things, actually, LOL. There you go. She is the admin of our Self-Sufficient Quail on Facebook. She does a fantastic job. She welcomes all the members every week, and she puts 2 topics a week on there. And it is, she puts a topic every Monday on there, and it is fantastic. She's got some great information, great ideas, great communication, so check that out. Highway to Quail says 10 unsexed A&M here, 3 weeks old. You got about 3 weeks more before you can find out male from female. Bill Bailey says, if I raise quail for eggs, do they sell good for eating? Yes, they do. You just got to sell the benefits, nutrition, how cool they are, and you'll do great. Roas says, I sprouted wheat berries for my birds in the summer. Very cool. That's awesome. Misty says, LOL, the problem is my lazy mail lady, just saying. There you go. Highway to Quail says, I wondered how the 2 names got combined on them. I don't know what that means. I keep missing comments. I'm sorry. Witch Doctor says, I'm listening while I pluck wings. There you go. Awesome. Staying busy. Kathy McLeod says, I still watch this show even though by made me rehome all my quail. My in-law made me rehome all my quail. Greetings from Canada. I hate to hear that. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can get into it later on. But I love that you're here and you're still part of the community. So hang in there. Lori says, you found my question. Thank you for great answers. Not a problem. Glad I could help. Highway to Quell says, the English whites are more curious and seem to be taming easier than the other 7 mixed I have. They are probably the most docile. I agree with that. What the Quail Farm says, this is my favorite show other than Yellowstone, of course. There you go. We still haven't started it, but I can't go week to week. We've had Netflix and Amazon Prime for too long, so me waiting a whole week for an episode, I just can't do it. So I'm just waiting until they're out multiple weeks, and then I can just binge it, because I can't do that. I can't do it. But we just started a new show, and I think I really like it. We just watched 1 episode, so I don't know for sure, but I do think I like this show. And we just caught up on A Million Little Things, and I like that show a lot too. Not as well as This Is Us, but it was still good. Bizarro Wood, I hope I didn't butcher that. I'm sorry. Hey, from Canada, another Canadian. Welcome. Glad you're here. Temp is dropping here to negative 12 degrees Celsius. Very sheltered cage with inner box with straw. Wonder how they are. You're doing great. So, well, you didn't say how old they were. Hopefully they're over 4 weeks old. But if they're over 4 weeks old, then they're outside, but they've got an inner box with straw. They can get out of the elements. You're doing great. You're doing the right thing, and don't worry about it. They'll do just fine. So good luck, and congratulations for doing it right. Is Wynola Ranch here? I didn't see him. If you are, hi. I didn't see you. Sorry. Adriana Renee says, thank you guys for answering my questions. I really appreciate it. Not a problem. And best of luck too. If you have any more, feel free to ask. Witch Doctor says, anyone know how to wash feathers after processing the birds? I save feathers for crafts. We've only done that once, and it was years and years ago, and it was actually Jenna, so I do not, but check the comments and see if somebody else does. If not, post on either Quail Call or Newbie Quail Lovers on Facebook, and I'm sure people can give you that information. PJ's Family Farm says, 3rd time's a charm. Zach, do you think females weigh more than the females because of the growing eggs inside of them? I saw half the question earlier. I did not see it the second time. I'm so sorry you waited so long for this. I apologize. Do you think the females weigh more than the males because of the growing eggs inside of them? I think that's a part of it. I think that it's not all of it, no. I think the males are much more active. So they're a little bit more lean. I think the females are much more laid back. Males are always running around and being active a lot. And with most, well, a lot of animals, a lot of birds, the girls are always bigger than the males, the boys. I think that could be a reason. I think there's a lot of reasons. But obviously, yeah, you got a big egg in there, and you're producing another one for the next day, then yeah, that'll definitely do it. Russell Horner says peat moss will stain the colors, white, etc. There you go. Absolutely, that's a good point. Yes, I got what you were saying, and thank you for asking 3 separate times because I kept missing it. Callie Quail Keeper says, raking and burning leaves while listening. There you go. Silverback Stacker says, what do you call the plastic people put on their doorways to keep the hardware cloth from cutting up their hands? What do you call the plastic people put on their doorways to keep the hardware cloth from cutting up their hands? Oh, we don't have that, but I think you're talking about Wynola Ranch cages, and I don't know what they're called, but they do sell them on their website, so check that out. It's quailcage.com or wynolaranch.com, same thing, and they do sell them on there, little strips, and then you can cut them and paste them on or put them on, things like that. So and Tear is the YouTube channel. Thanks for the shout out, Zach. Not a problem. Listening while watching Kansas City Denver game. Awesome. Flew the Coop Farms. If you want to tell me the score, I would greatly appreciate it. Very interested in this game. We just subscribed to your YouTube. I never thought of freezing. Oh, Katrina, there you go. Not talking to me, not talking to me, not talking to me. My question got missed too, I think. I'm so sorry. I've been listening, no biggie, still learning other stuff. I apologize. If you ask now, I promise I will not miss it again. Um, Do you sell grown birds? Yes, we do. They're on our website, myshirefarm.com. If you go to the top left corner, you can go to products. Under that is a tab, and you can do eggs, live quail, supplies, whatever. And then you'll go to live quail and see all the different options. But yes, we sell teens, we sell breeders, we sell male sets, we sell all female sets. We've got a couple different options on there for you. Great question. Lori Overby gave us not a thumbs up, a smiley face, kind of. Yep, that's a smiley face. Great, like it, awesome. Highway to Quail says, have 3-week-old quail. What week should the heat be off in the room temperature basement? What week can they be put out in the snow conditions? Very good question. I thought I did answer this, but maybe I didn't. So the heat light, heat lamp, whatever you're using for heat, can go off now. They're fine. Leave them in the basement for an extra week and then put them outside. Just make sure they can get out of the elements, out of the rain, snow, weather, whatever, and you're good to go. So 1 more week inside, take them outside, but turn that light off now so they can get accustomed to it not being, or for it to be a little bit colder. Joe Sandy 1822 says, hey everybody, I was just able to join. We'll watch what I missed later. Well, thank you very much for watching anyway. I appreciate it, and thanks for joining in. If you can, support the channel by hitting the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Kaylee's Quail Farm says 198 likes so far. Need lots more. Hey, I'm super excited that so many people joined tonight, even if it was just for a minute, to check it out. And I'm so happy with the 213 likes. You guys are absolutely awesome. I really appreciate all your support. Jasmine Bass says, hubby opened on for a like, LOL. We have been listening together on my phone. He made a great dinner with quail tonight. Very cool. Put the recipe in the new Facebook group. I'm sure people would like to make that too. Black Quail is a distributor in Canada. Small supply though. I don't know if Canada has the black quail. I think they're Graufies. But I could be wrong. I'm not in Canada. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't talk that way. Highway to Quail, slowly take them. Oh, nope, never mind. Govee has both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Oh. Huh. I thought I only bought one Govee. God, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. This one that I recommend is Bluetooth. He was right. It's not Wi-Fi, it's Bluetooth. I did have some Wi-Fis though. I just got everything way confused, so I apologize about that. But I do like the Govee Bluetooth is what I liked. Very sorry for all the confusion. So sorry, everybody. How many days can I hold eggs for incubation and they stay at 75 to 85 degrees here in Florida? Very good question, Linda. I like 7 days. Anything that's 7 days or less. You can go further than that. You can go to 10 days. You are going to start losing fertility. Not a lot, but you will start losing fertility after day 7. But for best results and for full fertility possibilities, 7 days or less is ideal. And when we put eggs in, we keep them for a week out before I put them in the incubator. Highway to Quail says, oh, not talking to me, not talking to me. Carrie Coward says, I ordered the Govee. I'm excited about having the temp and humidity on my phone. If I'm out of town and something is not right, I can call my farm sitter. There you go. S. McKee says, my quail love sprouted wheat seeds. Does anyone else use them? Very cool. We do not, but it is a growing trend, so that's super cool. Linda says, will the eggs be okay at such a high room temp until they go into the incubator? I turn them twice a day. Yep, that's not a problem. Really, they can stay anywhere as long as it's below like 92. It's either 90 or 92 degrees. You don't want them to go past that, or incubation could kind of start. Again, that's a little low than what it would be, but I'm trying to be safe and not give you the maximum number. But yeah, you're fine in those temps. Not a big deal at all. Michael Muhammad says, show some quail while you talk. Yeah, well, we don't let quail in the house anymore. We've had way too many in this house. So they don't come in anymore. Plus, they're super loud. I guess I could put some hens in here. Maybe next time. Um, Linda Lannon says, thanks for your help. Thanks for the help, guys. Well, thank you very much for asking, and thanks for very much being here. That's super cool. I'm still in awe of how kind, patient, and giving Zach is with his time. Never makes anybody feel like their question is dumb. Many hours he gives each week to educate us newbies. A huge thanks. Well, not a problem. Thank you very much. And it is our passion. So we all do that. I mean, my wife and the kids sacrifice the time with me, and we all give because that's what we want to do. That's what makes us happy. So it's not a problem. And thank you very much. We got a donation. Loving all the great information sharing community. Thanks for the great streams. Well, thank you very much for the donation. It will go to a good cause. I'm going to be putting that back into the YouTube channel to make it better for all of you. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That's a great gesture. Thank you very much. I lost my spot. Have the brooder made so that it's portable. That's a good idea. I like my portable brooders. Yes. Katrina's. Oh, mother of God. Hold, please. Okay. I got to keep switching. I don't know why, but my iPad has not been charging all day. And it's been plugged in all day. And it says that it's charging, but it's just keeping at what number it's at. So I'm a little concerned that something's wrong. Hate taking it down to the barn. I know I did something to it. Katrina says, I'm thinking next time I collect eggs, I might put them in the egg turner and turn it on without the incubation until I collect enough to incubate over a couple of days. Any reason not to? Nope, that's fine. We used to do it for years. And then we tested the theory of turning against non-turning, and there was no difference. But you could try it, and maybe it's a difference for you. So we didn't see any difference. We did 3 or 4 months worth of experiments with it, and there was literally no change. But if you want to try it, you should experiment away. Kaylee's Quail Farm says, not talking to me. Highway to Quail says a week of acclimatization would be good, I'm guessing. Yes, you would want to acclimate them for a week. Can't say the word. Sorry. I can't say it. I'm thinking it, and I know how to say it. It is not coming out of my mouth correctly. I can't say it. That is so annoying. Sorry, it's one of those words. Yeah, you want to wean them from the heat. Deborah Berg says, I have a big sand bath in the quail run. Many hens prefer to lay in the sand. Those eggs are usually pretty clean. Yeah, our dust bath was awful. Well, they would do the dust bath, and then we still had them roll out, but because of all that dust and the rollout, then it was just awful. We had to get rid of it. This is a very uncomfortable chair if you sat in it for 2.5 hours. I have one of the quail and a cage. I think my wife for Christmas is getting me a chair to sit in for my YouTube videos, and I hope she does, because if she doesn't, that'll be a bummer. I never told her to do it, so maybe she's not. I just assumed she would know. I don't know. Anyways, let's finish this up. I have one of the quail in a cage under our Christmas tree right now. It got its butt kicked. It may be my male. Well, that's kind of cool that it's under the tree, though. And best of luck to you, and I'm glad that you've got a separate cage you can put it in so it can heal. Whiskey Tango Farm says, light recommendation you need to add to your Amazon store, our disco light and chandelier, because my quail are what we call extra. There you go. I don't think I want my quail any extra than what they already are. We pamper them. We feed them multiple times a day. They have water at all times. They get, desserts. We clean up after them. We clean their cages. They can't get any extra. 20 Celsius, colder at nights, down to 15. As long as they're fully feathered, 4 weeks old, they're fine. Yes, they did come from Myshire. My son and I are really excited. That's awesome, Don. Good luck, and keep me posted. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Not talking to me, not talking to me, not talking to me. Highway to Quail says, I'll likely try to lower the temps there to when they near the age to go outside. There you go. Good idea. What the Quail Farm says, do you think different color lighting could affect egg production? I don't, but I'm not really. Actually, we have. We've tried 3 different types. We've tried the full spectrum. We've tried the daylight, and we tried something else, and no, they were all pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. We did get best results with the LED full spectrum, so that's what we used. But it was like an extra 3 eggs a day out of 2,000. So I mean, it wasn't a lot. Our local. Did I miss it? No. Nikki James says our local conservation agent talked to me about quail and said it wasn't really worthwhile to get into bobwhites. That Coturnix are the strongest way to go. Agreed. Otis says, chat's crazy tonight. Props to moderators. Yeah, they are doing fantastic. Much better than me. I got so tired trying to adjust the temp on a little fridge. I was ready to toss it out the window. I hear that. Yeah, room temperature is completely fine. Don't worry about that. La Rochelle Farm says, have a good night, all long day. Tomorrow pouring concrete. Absolutely. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate your support, and good luck with the concrete. We've done that, and it is not an easy job. Living Covenant Fellowship says, oh, nice question. What's the quail farm? Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. That's super cool. Oh, I'm getting kind of caught up. Here we go. Highway to Quail says, have to take off, but hope to join again in the future. I'm sub to Myshire on my older account. Have to sub with my new account, Quail account. Thanks for answering my questions all. Well, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it, and good luck. And hopefully you can join us again. John Dowd is in the house, liking the jacket. Thank you very much. Got it on sale for Black Friday. Do fertile hatching eggs die if placed in the fridge? Fertile hatching eggs, you'll have a lower fertility rate. But I know a lot of people that's hatched eggs out from like the grocery store, putting them in the fridge for 2 weeks and then hatching. It's not a great hatch rate, but you lose a lot of fertility, but you can still hatch some. Anita Culp is in the house from Central California. Welcome. McLeod Family Farm is in the house. Hey everyone, looks like I'm late to the party. We've been working outside all day building a double brooder with an automatic water and feed set up. That is, shoot. Sorry. I don't know what you missed and what you didn't. Oh, that's because I'm not freaking charging. Because I didn't plug it in. Like, wow. Okay, hold on, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'll get caught up in just a second. What is my problem? Oh, that's because I did plug the right one in. Okay, here we go. Hey everyone, looks like I'm late. That's great about the brooder. That's super exciting, building your own. And good luck. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. McLeod Family Farm says, hope you all have a great night. Absolutely, you as well. Bisarowood. I said it wrong. I'm so sorry. I actually had a hen sit on her eggs and collected others as well. 5 of them hatched. She was very happy. That is super cool. We have not had a hen go broody here. Katrina has, and that is super exciting. Congratulations. Cindy Ferguson says, thank you for the information. Not a problem. Thank you very much for showing up and asking. Callie Quail Keeper says, aside from quail, Happy Christmas is up on the homestead too. There you go. Very cool. Myshire, you too. Okay. Sarah Miller says, Sarah, Connecticut. I have plans to get rolling with quail for primary meat use in the new year. I am nervous about the calling process as I have never done anything like that. Any advice? Very good. We will actually be doing how to butcher a quail in the most humane and quick way that we know how. We'll be posting that hopefully next week. So stay tuned for that. We do have a couple butcher videos on our YouTube channel now, and you can watch those, but until you actually do it, you just don't know. But it gets easier with time. You'll be using the males. Usually those males are kind of jerks, and so you won't mind it too much. So good luck to you. And we've got a couple videos, and next week we'll be posting a much better up-to-date version of the butcher video, so stay tuned for that. Eli says, is my order of jumbo mix and Egyptian sex-link eggs going out tomorrow or this week? I'm not too sure. I would have to look. We've got a lot of orders. I cannot remember them all. But if you want to text me later on tomorrow, 937-760-7282, I can take a look and let you know a better ETA. Venus W says, have a good night, everyone. Thanks again for the great info. We'll watch the rest on the video tomorrow. Well, thank you very much for showing up. Really appreciate you. Thurston Stout says, I'm definitely getting an incubator. I'm never doing that again. Anyways, good night, everybody. It's been great talking with everybody. Y'all have a great night. Absolutely. Thank you very much. And that does sound like a lot of work. Garcia Short says 208 likes. We're up to 218. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Anyone raising bobwhite quail? We did once before, but never again. They're fine. They're just not Coturnix. Thanks for the link, Verna Young. Oh, not talking to me. Not talking to me. Not talking to me. Cole Roberts is in the house from Michigan. I don't know how to say the city. Matawan? That could be wrong. But you're from Michigan. Welcome. Glad you're here. You might be the first Michigan person tonight. So welcome. Linda. Oh, no. Linda was on here. She was in Michigan. Or not Linda. Lori Overby. I think it's... God, I don't remember. I think it was Lori. I know it was Lori, and I think it was it doesn't matter. You guys don't care. Anyway, she was in Michigan too, so there's more Michiganites. I don't know what you got called. Linda Lannon says, my quail family was delivered on November 12th, and I am now getting 2 to 3 eggs per day. I hope the injured bird is not the male. He's under the Christmas tree in cage 2. Well, good luck, and you should be able to put that. They heal very quickly, so give it just about a week or two, and you should be good to go. Roa says, Linda, oh, no, not talking to me. Yeah, not talking to me. Jason Dyer says, don't know if you answered my question about the importance of pointy egg down. I did. Maybe you didn't listen or hear it, but my phone froze for a second, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, you want them pointy side down or on their sides. You do not want them flipped. You don't want the big side down. You want either pointy side down, which is best results, or you can do them on their side and just roll them. Either way is fine, but just not the opposite. Vam Smith says, my quail jump in my hand to steal soldier flies and mealworms. Very cool. Has anyone here thought of crossing a quail with a chicken? Nope. Enter the contest. Oh, it's only 18 and under. I'm sorry. Katrina says, I will be doing quail under rabbits like Joel Salatin's racking house on deep bedding in my second aviary. There you go. They won't scrape the poo in like a chicken, so I know I will be doing that part, but it should be excellent compost. Awesome. Title to this chat mentions a contest. How do we enter, please? It's the 18 and under contest, and it is for 18 and under. We do that every month. Let's see. Joe Sandy 1822 says, Zach, I really appreciate how you just straight up say if you don't know something rather than pretending to know it all. It really fosters trust in you for us newbies. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we've tried a lot of stuff. We've made a lot of failures, so I'm fairly knowledgeable, but we haven't tried everything, and there's some things that I just don't remember, and there's some things we've just never tried. And there's some things that just don't work best for us. So yeah, I don't want to give you bad information, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for noticing. Yusuf says, oh, I have a video idea. There you go. Let us know. Lori says, darn, well, I never win anything anyway, LOL. I'm slightly over 18, more like 67 next week. Well, happy belated birthday, or happy early birthday. And wait until the beginning of next year, because we've got something exciting coming. So stay tuned. Living Covenant Fellowship, like the name, says, if we take a picture of our quail and send it to you, could you help identify what coloring they are? Yep, absolutely. Be more than happy to. I will not be answering my phone the rest of tonight. And tomorrow is my busy day, so it might be Tuesday before I get to you, but feel free to make a public poll, ask people if they know what a quail is, and see who says yes and who no, and it'll be funny to see how many no's you'll get. There you go. Not a bad idea. Use them maybe in a mall or something. There would be a lot of no's. Not talking to me. Verna's been very active, I see. Lori Overby says, it can be 50 below here for weeks at a time, but I am hopeful that a large 3-sided barn will be okay. Absolutely, they'll be fine. I have a lot of customers in Alaska. It gets a lot colder than that, and they do just fine. Thanks for answering my questions. Love your videos. I'm hooked on Myshire. Well, thank you very much, Eli. Thanks for showing up and contributing and asking questions. And if you have any more, feel free to ask. Gorilla tape around the cage door will help with the sharp points. That's a great idea. We actually did that before. Roberto D says, thanks for sharing your knowledge. Will quail eat garden scraps? Yes, they will. Crap, I gotta switch my chargers again. It's really getting annoying, guys. I'm gonna have to fix this somehow. Probably have to go to the stupid Apple store. I hate going to the Apple store. Yusuf says, I can't wait to receive all those packages. I am so excited. Thank you very much. Again, I have to wrap up for today. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, sponsors. I will be updating. Thanks a lot. This is amazing. Awesome. Congratulations, Yusuf. And get with me tomorrow, and I will start spreading your info. Lori says, cut your doors with a grinder, and you won't have sharp edges. That's what we did building our rabbit cages. Absolutely. How far? Okay, I'm almost up. William Dinkins is in the house. I am looking to get some quail close by before I buy some eggs from you. My question is, what questions I should ask the person I get them from to make sure they are healthy breeding program? That is a great question, and I don't really know if I like answering it because, crap. Things that maybe would not offend someone to ask, but okay. So you want to look at them, make sure they look okay, obviously. You can ask them what generation they're on. You can ask them where they bought their original flock, and how old the breeders are. And with that information, you could know quite a bit. Those would be the questions I ask. That is a fantastic question. Fantastic question. Yeah, it's a great question. Witch Doctor says, are you ever going to carry the black color, or do I remember you saying that you don't like them aggressive? Well, there is no black color in the States. It's a Graufi, is all it is. We carry the Graufi. Oh, gosh darn it. We carry the Graufi. Oh, wow. This is driving me crazy. So I don't know if you heard me, but Witch Doctor said, are you going to carry the black color? The black color, there's 2 ways to get the black color. A dark color. The black gene is not in the States. And if it is, then it was here illegally, and it was not tested. And so, no, that would never come to my farm. Ever, ever, ever. You don't know what it's coming in with. You don't know you don't know anything. You don't know diseases. You don't know nothing. So if you do import or export something, then it needs to be legit. And so no, that's one major reason why I wouldn't do it. But it's not here. And if it is, it's illegal. So the Graufi with Tibetan will give you a very dark color. Tibetan with Tibetan will give you a very dark color. Which is why when I created the Graufi, then I didn't want to use Tibetan with it because I already have the Tibetan. So I used Rosetta to get more of a dark, fun, feathered look. So that's what we carry, and I'm happy with that. Mikor Acres, Rick says donated $5 to the channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Loving all the great information and sharing community. Thanks for the great streams. Well, thank you very much for watching. And yes, this is a fantastic community. It's awesome. Sarah Miller says, Sarah from Connecticut, I'm starting quail in the new year. I'm nervous about the calling process as I've never done anything like that. Any advice? I think that's a repeat question, but just in case, real quick, we're doing a butcher video by the end of the year. That should help a lot. We do have a couple of butcher videos already. You can check those out. And hopefully that'll help you quite a bit. Carrie says, I want to make cages like Kevin did, only 4 or 5 foot long on casters so I can move them in and out of barn easily for power washing. There you go. There's a mark right where your name is. There we go. I'm gonna screw your name up. I'm so sorry. Family Cupkey. I know I screwed it up. I'm sorry. We're excited to see our batch from your farm. Well, awesome. Best of luck to you. And keep me posted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Cole Roberts says, are birds that are beyond breeding age still good to eat? Yes, they are. They're a little tougher, but not like chickens. You can still eat them, and we do. That's what we do here. That's the ones we butcher for us. Doug says, just got here, busy tonight. Well, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Busy Bee Garden says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Zach, do you recommend large cages or small ones? It's personal preference. You can do either way. We do small Winola Ranch cages for our breeding projects, new colors, new jumbos, celadons, things like that. All of our breeders are colony cages, and I like that. I like the large colony cages. But if you're going to be working on a specific color or trying to do something, then you definitely need small cages. Roberto D says, can you feed quail other things than feed? Yeah, they love veggies, mealworms, soldier flies, stuff like that. Zelda D and Z Crazy Farm is in the house. Hello, welcome, glad you're here. Busy Bee Garden says, I'm playing on about 80 or so. I'm concerned about injuries if the cage is too large. That's a good question. Or good observation, I guess I could say. Yeah, so if you do have a colony cage, a good practice would be to have a very small cage, and not necessarily for research, but for like like a hospital, like a quarantine, like a something like that. Just have something small. You won't have a ton hurt at one time. Enough for 3 or 4 quail at a time. That's a great idea. That would be the way to solve that. How far? Okay, I lost my focus for a minute. I'll get back on track. What the Quail Farm says, okay, everyone, quail count. How many quail do you own? There you go. Chris Robinson said, just ordered a GQF incubator. Can't wait to start to fill orders for quail balut. Awesome. Congratulations and best of luck to you. And I love the GQF. Living Covenant Fellowship has 300 quail. That's pretty cool. Katrina says 32 adult and a bunch in the brooder. Awesome. I'm going to say family cupkey. It could be familia, but I don't think it is. Do you crossbreed your birds? Good idea or bad idea? Crossbreed. Yes, you can, and you just need to do it in the right way. But yeah, absolutely. Flew the Coop Farm says, update on game. Kansas City 10, Denver 3. All right, so there's still hope. I need Denver to win. Ryan Tran is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Joe Sandy 1822 from Michigan is in the house. Welcome. Consider the ant is in the house. Welcome. New to the channel and wanting to learn, watching lots of your videos. Thank you. Well, awesome. Well, if you're still on, this video goes extremely long. We all hang out. We have a good time. We learn from each other. We support each other. We encourage each other. It's a great community, and I hope you join. But if you are new and you have a lot of questions, Mondays at 8 p.m., we don't do all this. It is ask your question, I answer, and we just do question, answer, question, answer. So hopefully you can check that out as well. It's Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Lori Overby says, LOL, yes, I don't matter. LOL, it is Lori Overby, and I am in Minnesota, up by Canada, not Michigan. Oh, Minnesota. Right. Dang it. Well, I did remember your name, and I remembered you. I remember up close to Canada, and I was thinking Michigan, but I mean, Minnesota is close to Canada as well, so sorry. Busy Bee Garden says, do you have jumbo wild hatching eggs back in stock? They will be back in stock December 7th, which is Tuesday. They'll be back in stock on our website. Jumbo Mix will be back on our website December 14th, and Jumbo White Wings will be back on in stock on our website January 1st. And I hope I don't have to take them off again, but I have a feeling Jumbo Wilds will be taken off. We got a lot of people waiting. Zelda D and Z Crazy Farm says, next Sunday, Zach, the eggs I got from you will be going into lockdown in our GQF incubator. Awesome. Best of luck to you. Keep me posting. If you need anything, feel free to reach out. Carrie says, I'm ramping up my silky breeding for spring sales and will ramp up quail production in February and March. Very good. There you go. Lori says, butchering. I thank the animal, the name it after my worst enemy, then I do the deed. It It really helps. We do pigs, goats, rabbits, and cattle. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, quail, I don't have a problem doing. Rabbits, I don't have a problem doing. Goats, I really don't have a problem doing. The cattle, I really don't. The pigs are a little hard for me, but they're borderline pets, and that's the only one. I mean, I still do it, but so my two children can enter the contest. Is that on the website? No, you'll we've got a video. Verna already put it in the comments. It's right below your comment, the link to the video. That'll give you all the information, but you'll just email me at zach@myshirefarm.com with the entries, and good luck, and yeah, good luck. Ryan Tran says, can you help me? My quail died by 3 days easily, and some died by food cover their eyes. I grind for them. How I fix this problem? Oh, well, I would need a lot more information to help you. I would need a lot more information. If you want to maybe reach out to me on WhatsApp, 937-760-7282. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp, and I can try to help you that way. Lori says, Zach, that's really nice to have that contest to encourage the kids. We try, absolutely. Don't make me wait too long, LOL. Just not ready to announce it yet, that's all. Anita Culp says, best place to get incubator trays for GQF for quail. Very good question. Ed Got Bait, if you will write that down as well, I will see where we bought those at, and I'll put it in the Amazon store for you. Garcia Short says, I tried hatching my eggs at a high temp, 101.3 to 100.8. I got 0% hatch. I lost 30 eggs of mine. It's a little high. 103 is a little high. 99.5, that's where you want to be at. Cindy Ferguson says, how long should you age quail poop before putting in the garden? Very good question. We waited 6 months is what we did. 6 months or longer, and that worked great for us. It's very acidic, so you want to, or you can mix it with other stuff. We mixed it with a lot of cow and horse poop, and we actually did it once with 3 months, but our best result was 6 months. I got my GQF from Incubator Warehouse. There you go, Richard. Thank you very much for the answers you gave me. This is from William. I'm very appreciative for all you do, for every person wanting info about raising quail. Well, thank you very much. We try. Lori said, oh, not talking to me. Linda says, how do you keep all those color combinations straight in your head? Well, I do this every day of my life. So there's a lot of stuff that leaves my head, but there's a lot of stuff that stays in there too. Yeah, I do this about 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for a long time. Oh, shoot. Okay. Not talking to me. More hugs than getting older is not for the weak. I understand that. Zach, you did pronounce the Kupke correctly. The is German for family, so all good. Okay, I'm very sorry. I won't tell you that story. I'm very sorry. What the quail farm says, what visual signs should you look for when buying quail at a swap meet? Kind of same things that I told somebody else. Who was that? William Dinkins, I believe, asked that question, or something similar. You want to look at weight. If they feel bony, then there's something wrong. If they look overweight and their legs are real tiny, that's not a good sign either. And really, you just want to look at the feathers. And I'm not talking about the feather pattern and if it's exact. I'm just talking about, is it fluffy? Is it full? Is it nice? Is there any, missing patches? Is it like going bald or something like that? But really, just an overall nice quail. That's all. Zach, at least you got my name right. Thank you. There you go. There's a huge lag from the video to the chat. Interesting. Sorry about that. I have about 500 to 600 different kind myself. James Willis, welcome. And that's a lot. Lori says butchering is always hard. If it gets easy, I would say you should be doing it. I would say you shouldn't be doing it. I finally read it correctly. The questions come in faster than he can read. That's true. I made Zach laugh. You made my day. There you go. Do you think the Nurture Right 360 is a decent incubator? Yes. It's actually on our Amazon store under the customer reviews. I'm going to say this real quick, and then we'll finish the comments. We do have an Amazon store. It is an affiliation. That's the only way I could do it. I literally only get 1%, so I don't care if you buy from it or not. But on the Amazon store, you can check out. You can go there, and there's Myshire recommendations on what we actually buy and use on Amazon for quail. And then there's customer recommendations, like Kevin and Sarah recommend the Brincia. That's on there. Verna, Ed Got Bait. A lot of customers let me know what they use, and we check it out, we verify it, and then we put it on their customer recommendations so you can get different points of view. So you can definitely check that out, but that's on there. I really like the Hovabator, but the Nurture Right 360, a lot of customers love, so you could check that out. Mecor Acres Rick says, it's a good incubator and keeps a stable temp, but like most of these types of small incubators, it has issues keeping the humidity stable. There you go. Thank you. I just bought one. Hopefully it works. Awesome. We do have a thermometer that we recommend. It's a Govee thermometer hydrometer, and it's on our Amazon store as well. But anyone that has an incubator should have a thermometer hydrometer to make sure it's not lying, because it does lie. Maybe not right away, but it will lie, I promise. I've used the plastic box type and the foam ones. I like the design at the 360 best. If you can keep it in the room with at least 45% humidity, you'll be good. There you go. Richard Brown says, thanks, Zach, and good night. Well, thank you very much for staying so long. I appreciate it. I'm just going to call you Cupkey, and that the kids are loving the quail more than our chickens. They're happy our brooders are in the house. Gosh darn it. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just going to call you Cupkey. But the kids are loving the quail more than our chickens. They're happy. They are happy our brooders are in the house. We also have a few silkies that are very broody and help hatch eggs for us as well. Very cool. That's awesome. Coder C says, I'll definitely use a few different thermometers. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Not a problem. Thanks for asking. Lori says, that was my first live feed. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for all your time, Mods and Zach. Looking forward to the next one. Hugs to all. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate you. Garcia Short says, I love my Hovabator. I love the Hovabators too. But I'm going to do honest reviews, give you the real deal. I just got to order some more stuff. Cupkey says, the farm is JTTF Farms in Idaho. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. The 1588 Hovabator with an automatic turner. There you go. Katrina says, thanks for the good conversation, information, Zach and everyone. Absolutely. That was it. Holy God, what was that? 3 hours. It was 3 hours long, guys. I'm so sorry. We will go much faster tomorrow. I'm glad everybody was here. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you communicated with everybody. Hopefully I gave you some good answers. Hopefully you got more answers from other people. You guys are awesome. Check out the new Facebook group, which is Quail in the Kitchen. It's really cool. Much better than I could ever do. Jumbo Wilds will be back on this website Tuesday. Jumbo Mix will be on the website a week from Tuesday. Yusuf won the 1800 contest, so congratulations. Everyone that was here and hit the like button, you guys are absolutely awesome. I really appreciate you. And until tomorrow night, stay safe. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.